Still 222. Bro, my phone doesn't want to shut up. Three, 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 three. Our first game for this evening is gonna be Vice. Oh look, someone has my. Oh my god.
So yesterday, large breaking hail occurred in Texas, like we're already seeing, bro.
Yep.
Like we already saw, 6 inches, 6-inch hail. And there was just a new report that just came out, 5.9 inches. And it's this storm right here. Right.
Damn. That's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, I can see it. I can see in the bottom left. They are days and days away from June.
Yes.
As soon June hits for
I'm
here,
going to Dominican Republic on June 15. Wait,
right,
in
hold up.
November, I just went there. And when we took off, I had a radio. And when I was on different frequencies, I just captured different weather stations. I don't know what the
Oh
name
yeah,
is.
we're not going to talk about. Yeah, we're not going to talk about what I captured a couple weeks ago. I
What
was
did
doing
you
my own
capture?
thing, and then all of a sudden, 162.400 just goes off on my radio. And guess what? Cleveland. Hello there, Cleveland. On that radio. Just very unexpected day. Hey, it was my first alert from a different office instead of Buffalo. '50s, '40s here. Next week, 70s. So it's gonna feel like it's like extremely strong rotation. It might be confirmed tornado. I don't know. Branded Copics is not branding Copics saying right now.
Nope. Let me break it down. Nope.
No. Our first hurricane coming very soon.
It's doing it, bruh.
Let me break it down. Let me break it down.
Okay, let's go.
Yep, date time. Maybe. This only ever expired. Is it line?
What the hell? Was that a burp?
I actually did not expect you to actually hear that. Where? Holy Jesus, what is this at?
I'm gonna
What's
glitch
that?
out of this map. Do you want to see me glitch out of this map? I found a
One
Roblox this game.
hurricane. That's clearly going to be
You want?
Mexico by
You
June.
want me? Do you want to see this? It's a new
Oh,
discovery. It was discovered by someone that was playing the game.
there's a hurricane in Texas right now. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh! All of the blocks have lined up.
You can't ever see ahead of you. Going to say
I'm
probably a
playing
good
Minecraft.
solid half
I'm
mile.
not playing Minecraft. The blocks are pushing.
Let me shut this window real quick.
We're gonna go. All right, let's go. Let's go. Get Let's out of the map. Whoa! I went outside
This
instead,
storm
bro.
has a history of producing very large hail. Seek shelter now inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows. Famous words.
Bro, all of the blocks are covering my way. I cannot get through.
Hurricane
Wait.
season starts next week.
Yep.
Yay. Meanwhile, the Easter Pacific. What is hurricane season starting next week? We already started ours. It is true, Pacific have already started their hurricane season. You like Michael J? No, am I tripping right now? Oh, that's even worse. That's way worse. Oh, that's my worst nightmare just arrived. Oh, actually,
I'm gonna strategize. How about
this storm
doing
is
this?
producing very strong winds,
Hold up. Let me cover this whole thing for.
if not very large hail.
Let me cover this whole area first with blocks.
ChatGPT, I need your help.
The blocks don't get colored. You know what? Let's just do it. Yo, Mr. Blocks, can you stop falling at least? Stop making a stack. Oh, that's coming. Oh, oh, I'm glitching. I'm glitching. I'm glitching. Oh, the blocks. What the heck? Yo, wait. I teleported. How did I
Alright, I'll run for a
teleport?
golf ball size.
Actually, how did I actually teleport?
Mower's mowing out there. Possible tornado?
Yes,
Nah.
the blocks are gone. Now we can do this.
Nah, Jet
Let
is
me
getting
go.
clapped.
Come on. It's pushing me backwards. Whoa. I'm tweaking out right now. Well, I glitched into this room again.
See how quick I can do. 3, 2, 1, alright, mate. Oh yes, totally for very strong rotation, particularly dangerous situation. Might be downgraded.
How can I get through again?
Holy Jesus, that's massive. Coconut size halos falling. That's huge. It's even worse than 6-inch. I'm gonna start clapping right now. Very massively, actually. To the east, southeast, east, southeast, east, southeast.
Ow, someone hit me with a hammer.
Ah, yeah, so it's probably coconut size here.
Oh! Wait, that's insane.
Oh my god. Where's office? Yeah, I got it right.
Wait a minute.
Oh my god. Oh. Shucks. Where? Hang on.
Okay, the blocks have cleared.
Shucks. Yeah, we gotta go confirm. Hurry.
Does it confirm tornado warning?
No, PDS.
Wait, really?
Yep, Texas.
Oh, shoot. Let me just. I don't know why the warning boxes are not showing up on my weatherwise. I literally have them enabled.
1 year ago, we had a PDS tornado emergency in Kentucky. 1 year later, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Look.
What the heck?
I'm resharing. The entire county? What the hell?
Damn.
Do I have it? No.
Man, I'm not even sure if there's actually a. Whoa!
It's shivering.
Tornado on the ground, but these winds are insane.
This is literally a full-blown hurricane that's moving through this thing.
Holy crap, chat!
Full-blown hurricane.
Hang on, guys.
If there's a tornado, it's gonna be near
Holy
1871 Road, about 5 miles to the southwest of Mason.
I gotta hurry up. Get this.
This is just insane.
I mean, I was actually right. I don't know how. I literally predicted it. At 4:52 p.m. Severe thunderstorm. Yeah, I mean, I predicted it. I predict the future, y'all. Become professional here.
Oh yeah, there is. I'm watching.
We reached the VROT threshold for a PDS tornado warning, which again is the reason why this has been upgraded to PDS. It's radar indicated. We don't have anything confirmed, but obviously you can see how high the winds are. If there's a tornado, it will be large. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So.
I'm watching Timmer's stream. Okay.
We even see it coming. I mean, he's on the west side of the RFD, so he's not really in a dangerous spot per se right now. But you know, if there's a tornado, be out in front of him by a few miles.
Oh yeah.
Riley's on vacation.
From Mason
He's not
County.
here.
From
He's
Mason
gonna be back
County.
on Friday.
Checks. This is our expired PDS.
My goodness, the winds are even stronger now. It just keeps going.
Oh, that's a big.
This is a large and extremely
that one
dangerous
that we
tornado, or likely one at least right now, heading in the direction of Mason, Texas, and Route 87.
Whoa, that velocity is
I'm
crazy.
guessing Connor's going to creep up further here in the next few minutes.
Now you see that velocity? Holy Jesus!
Yeah.
I knew it. It's still the same, but we're just gonna update it. Tornado.
I'm going to correlation coefficient.
I would have to guess the winds in this are around 80 to 100 miles per hour, just in the rear flank downdraft.
Circulation on the backside, it tightens up. So,
What happened?
Hey, Bruck for the
I
super
heard
chat.
Max saying something like
the Vale East.
winds around 100 miles an hour. What the heck that must be?
This is our PDS tornado warning, by the way.
1, 2, 3.
It includes a population of about 3,000 people. Hedwigs, Hill, Loyal Valley, Art, Mason, Grid. You're all included in this. Goes until 6:15 p.m. Central Time. And this is a life-threatening situation, especially with how high the winds are right now, in addition to there potentially being a large tornado. It would almost be fully rain-wrapped right now. All right, so this is a very dangerous situation here, currently near 1871 roadway. This would likely be the tornado, but again, there is a lot of hail contamination, so it's definitely hard to tell whether that right there is a tornado. Stormwater Media, I think their location is just not updating. I highly doubt they're still there because they've been driving this entire time. So their location, I think, just bugged because of, you know, all the connectivity issues and stuff like that. Connor is definitely right here, though. And again, he's still about 3 miles to the west of this tornado. And the fact that we are seeing this high of winds indicates that this is obviously a very intense storm. So there's really no doubt about this storm being very intense. Freddy's also a bit further down to the south. We're keeping an eye on him. Again, extremely dangerous situation, though. Assuming that we have a tornado right now, it would almost undoubtedly be a big tornado and probably very strong as well. So this is back over to Connor. I'm guessing he's going to start.
I would go for it, but I just don't want to. I don't want a circulation to carousel around the main meadow. I know for a fact that I'll have time to move right now. If it does that, if I go further, then I might not have.
You should be on the lowest floor possible, though, if you're in the tornado warning. Away from windows, storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. If you are in a mobile home or a trailer home, you need to get to a sturdy structure. And it looks like Connor's losing connection. He just came back. I'll have another radar scan here in a second, but again, just look at the Smoke Echo. Look at the inflow ripping into this storm as well. It is such a thin little inflow right there. And this is Freddy looking into the storm as well.
Yeah, back over there is where we're watching. Give you a good front wall. Yeah, it looks like we're starting to link up with some more chaser conversions here. Starting to find the other chasers out here.
So he's coming in from the south right now. We'll keep an eye on him. Latest velocity scan showing our strongest area of rotation now just to the south of 1871 roadway. Again, this is currently tracking to the southeast. It'll likely continue to go southeast, but again, there could be some deviant motion. It could definitely change directions here. Could become a drunk NATO too. That has happened quite often. often here with some of these storms.
What
We
the
do not
heck
see
did
CC
both
drop
say?
anywhere. All of this is hail. That is all hail that is falling all around the Cooksville area and also just off to the southwest of Mason. So that's not a tornado. That is just giant hail that is falling from 87. And so again, that is tracking right now to the east-southeast. Back over in San Angelo, we actually have a storm now moving into downtown San Angelo right now with mainly hail. It is up to golf ball-sized hail now, moving into the city of San Angelo, Texas, in addition to the potential for 60-mile-per-hour winds. This right here is not a hook echo. Our outflow boundary is further to the east. It looks pretty outflow dominant for the time being. Low tornado potential if it can catch up to the outflow boundary, but for right now, it is still pretty far behind it. So greatest concern right now is this storm, which has been latching to that outflow this entire time. Let me see if there's another radar site that has a view. We're starting to get to a radar hole, so it's going to be a little bit harder to see this, but it still looks like all the radar sites are agreeing that our strongest area of rotation is in this very large hook echo, which is approximately about 3 miles in diameter, so it's pretty large for a hook echo. It's going to be a very large rain-wrapped tornado, presumably. And Connor is sitting in his spot right now,
We should be good to go.
but he's going to start driving, so going to start driving towards the circulation. He's been waiting it off, mainly because of how strong the RFD's been.
That's another problem. We're good though.
How fast is the tornado? If you're talking about the speed of how fast the tornado is going to be moving, it would probably be in the ballpark of about 20 to 25 miles per hour. But the wind speeds of the tornado, I mean, it could easily be an intense tornado. There's no doubt about that. We don't really know for sure. We haven't had a clear view of the tornado either. It's likely rain-wrapped. About 7 or 8 miles to the southwest of Mason right now. But again, it could go any direction. This is a view from the outside of the storm as well from Freddie McKinney.
Supercell looks like from the south side. Also, this is like almost like a safari out here. The terrain's pretty wild. Pretty wild terrain here.
It's a safari, guys. But again, that right there is the entire mesocyclone back on the left side there.
I don't even know. Going slow, so everybody's all bottled up behind him right now.
Shannon Williams with a member for 5 months.
Let me go back to... Stormrunner. Stormrunner Media is kind of in the middle of this area. They're probably on 1871 Road. I really don't know where they are because their location hasn't updated.
We've been chugging along like at 30, 40, so it's not bad.
I know Connor's punching up into
Thank goodness it's May and the storms are
the area where the tornado will be here in the next few minutes. I'm watching him. Unless he's going back west, which I don't think he is.
Come on, keep pushing.
Back to Connor here. Connor's coming back up into the storm. Actually, he's going to start punching the hail here in the next couple minutes, too. And there are branches down. So there's a little bit of damage here. We got a lot of branches down and leaves. This is at least where the RFD is. Another branch down the left there. Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is a PDS tornado warning for Mason County, Texas. It's far to the west of Austin, far east of San Angelo. This isn't even where the main hail core is, by the way. The main hail core is going to hit Mason.
Nelson with the super chat. Yep, thank you for the super chat, Nelson.
Do that. It's like Stormrunner's starting to clear out a little bit. Let me go back over to Stormrunner Media. They're starting to clear out a little bit here. Found a little clearing.
See, we did kind of have the target, right? We just didn't get a storm, right? So, oh well.
Getting a little bit clearer here. We'll see if we can see anything from this perspective.
Oh, dude, I can see the end, but then I just see the more curtains just keep wrapping.
And then that one thing like this.
This is just such a... I mean, if there's a tornado, it is just so rain-wrapped. I don't know if there's any... I don't know if we're going to have a visual of it.
Fast enough to really just get out of it quick.
I haven't been able to verify a tornado yet, aside from the VROP being high enough for a PDS tornado warning here in Texas. Thank you, Brian, for becoming a member. Ethan for the super chat.
The SBC put a new MD out. They're saying that the hail threat already peaked.
Hey, Roger for the Venmo donation, and
Yeah,
as well as Lils for the Venmo donation.
Too much moisture now. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm on. Now we're just back in this. See, I can't see the live feed.
How can it be a PDS tornado warning if the tornado's not been observed? Genuine question. It's because there's a criteria that has been met here,
That is
which is
extremely
the
strong
V-rot, and
rotation.
essentially it has been met because of how strong our velocities are. So that would be the reason why. That is the criteria. That's been criteria for like, I think, at least a decade now. That's how all the National Weather Services base the PDS warning off of.
Dude.
This is Ryan Scholl looking into it right now. Crazy structure.
Keep
South.
looking north at that circulation. We want to probably stay right on this road as much as possible.
Thank you, Jaden, for becoming a member.
We were.
Come on,
God.
give me a visual something here before I...
Hey, there's a
dive
tornado.
south.
He at least has a visual here of the storm, but I don't know if we're gonna have a view of it. He's looking. I think he's on.
What you got, man?
I think he's just south
So it
of
keeps
our.
diving further and further south the more we go, so...
I think he's near Hedwig's Hills, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really know though. I don't have his location
Again,
tracker.
we can't see anything back there right now. A lot of rain in the way. But... this
Oh
is-
wait, hang on. There's another one developing near the WFO area. Crazy hook echo looking like. Well, kind of a hook
Massive
echo,
supercell.
but yeah.
This thing is just incredible.
This is a severe protection.
Latest radar scan showing the strongest rotation, again, about almost 8 to 10 miles south of Mason, Texas. That's what it looks like on live radar right now. So our strongest rotation is about 8 to 10 miles
No,
south
did I
of Mason.
accidentally get the
It is
wrong
in
one?
this hook echo here. And again, if we have a tornado, it's almost fully rain-wrapped. Currently tracking in the direction of Fredericksburg. That is like the next main town or city in the track of this. Once again, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Just to the south and west of Mason.
Accidentally circling the wrong one. Damn.
Go back over to Shoal. Connor's also
I'm
pulled
getting
off
fired.
for the moment.
Cruise control again, because I do like that sometimes.
Hey, Sander, for the 5
velocity
gifted
bro.
memberships.
Okay,
Really
cool.
appreciate that. This is southwest. This is kind of like southwestern. Well, not even southwestern. It's more of like central Texas and west of Austin.
Possible through mid. Okay. Interesting. Again, we're still watching that circulation in that rain. These road options are not kind right now.
Hey, Steven, for becoming a member. It looks
It's
like
diving towards the road. Of
Vince is starting to have wind pickup, but that's the inflow. Let's see.
How am I supposed to say anything back there? Bruh.
Would you be able to see a debris signature from a storm like this? The biggest problem that we have right now is that we're in between 3 different radar sites. So, I mean, like, we got a radar site here, we got one right there, and then another one here. So we have 3 radar sites here. Can't really visually or clearly see the tornado on radar, but the velocities you can at least see pretty clearly. It's not really tight, I would say, right now. It's definitely a little bit broader than before.
Might be
But
a
if we had a
possible,
tornado, it'd be rain
large
wrapped
storm,
somewhere in
yeah.
here, just to the south of 1871. And so, again, this is where Connor is. That's where Storm Intermediate is. And then this back down here is where Freddy is. So that's kind of the slew of chasers. I really don't know where Ryan Scholl is. He's somewhere around here. I couldn't even tell you. He's somewhere around here.
If we get a tornado
on this
on this
storm,
storm,
so
I'm gonna
I
go
don't know.
crazy.
I think he's just south of the rotation, though. I'm pretty sure he's where Storm Intermediate is. He's just looking north. Or even off to the... He might even be looking east. Actually, I think he is looking more east. On 430. I think that's his location.
Here comes the rain.
Just trying to match up all the chasers. His location tracker isn't on today for some reason.
Yeah, we're really gonna have to go.
Back over to Connor, who's inside of the storm. He's punching into the hook echo here over the next few minutes. Hey, Planes, for the super chat. Congratulations on graduating. Thanks for being reliable with your coverage. What's the outlook for the Gulf Coast? I wouldn't expect much aside from wind today.
This is insane.
It's also tornado. It's just tornado Pagey.
Oh my gosh.
Some big flashes over there. I think that's just lightning.
It's got some weird thing way out in front of it. Is that the boundary?
What is that right there? Hey, Cookie from becoming a member.
He's scared of this lightning right
Looks
now.
like a little roll cloud, possibly an outflow boundary though.
Alright, girls. Where were you looking right here?
Actually, might have been just right down here at this.
Ah!
We can see the base of it for just a second.
She's screaming every time there's lightning. This is Vince Walty who's looking inside of the storm from the southeast into the inflow. Might be a wall cloud right there. A little bit raggedy. Vince Walty's also inside the Radar Mega app with Project Weather Eye. South of Mason, Texas. There are cows out here in the field. Hopefully they... I don't know what they really can do. They can't really go anywhere. Trees aren't even safe with all the lightning that we have. Looks like there's a photo from a few minutes ago of a large tornado about 10 minutes ago southwest of Mason.
Is there?
Not verify 100%. Another chaser. I mean, this would be where we're looking for a tornado right now. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. But I don't clearly see anything.
A big surge of inflow coming in. I think there's a collar cloud up in there.
Are you seeing this right now?
Velocity's on radar, still not really tight anymore. It's not as tight as before.
Can I explain that?
South of Mason, Texas. Back over to Tornado Pagey. They are staying inside their car, and it's probably because of all the lightning. Also looking in the direction of where the tornado would be.
It's pulling
The straight.
yeah.
Let's put a bolt right in front of us.
No.
Like right over there.
Leave us alone, Mr. Lightning. This camera mount will come here.
Go back over to Vince. Maybe that's something? He turned his camera over to the right. It's a high precip supercell, so it's again hard to tell where the tornado is if we still have one. A little suspicious there though as well. That's more off to this northwest. That'd be kind of again near our inflow notch. See the storm on radar though, would be on bottom right of your screen. Huge hail core and a large hook echo and a very strong inflow as well. It's a pretty classic looking Texas supercell here. There's just non-stop lightning with this storm. It's about once every 3 or 4 seconds. What was that? I think it just scud.
This is nuts.
Tom Hater got struck by lightning and lost its wipers? That's crazy. The wipers get struck by lightning?
There will be no handstanding.
There's like almost non-stop lightning. I'm not surprised. This is like frequent cloud-to-ground lightning. Where's Freddy when you need him? I think that just scud there in the middle. I don't think that is the tornado.
Still here.
Usually during moderate
Huge
or
hail
higher
by the way
moderate
falling
risk
in Mason right now.
days,
Probably around 2.5
I've
3 inches
obviously
in
did,
diameter,
but
maybe bigger.
during a hands, never seen that before. During the hand twist. Don't think.
Hail course went right through Mason.
Dude. I'm just waiting for the second that lightning strikes one of these like trees in front of them.
I got an update. I got 46.
I think if we had a tornado, it would probably be behind that little tree there on the bottom on the right. Vince is looking at that. That would be my guess. Right, based off of what we're seeing on radar and also where a tornado was spotted about 15 minutes ago. You're right there. Looks like a large wall cloud right now. It does not look like a tornado.
Yeah, if there was a tornado spotted, I need CDM evidence.
Yeah, I got you.
That reminds me of the last time we were down in Seymour.
We are just very far away from the radar sites now, so it's a bit harder to tell, but the velocities are the strongest in that general vicinity. Let's see if there's a better radar site to look at this. Really isn't. Doesn't look as tight as before. Again, I don't think we have a tornado actively. I just think it's a large rotating wall cloud now.
I'm not happy.
So where is that couple of times where we're looking?
Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is a large...
Yeah, 18...
large rotating wall cloud right now that is currently tracking to the southeast. Huge supercell, likely producing at least tennis ball sized tail, but possibly larger than that. This is once again tracking down to the southeast in the direction of Fredericksburg, Texas. So it's again mostly in central Texas right now. It's a huge supercell. This thing's already produced one tornado that began, to start the stream, and likely already just produced in the last few minutes a large tornado, and is still rapidly rotating. Not as tight as before, but we still have an area of strong velocities in a broad area of rotation here just to the south of Mason. This will be moving in the direction of 783 Road, 87, and then Fredericksburg's in the path of this, just to the north of Harper. Once again, we got multiple storm chasers on this. Bottom right of your screen is Connor. He's punching the hail core. You got Storm Intermedia way further down to the south, Tornado Pagey and Vince all in this general area here, looking more into our Hook Echo and Inflow Notch. So we have pretty clear views of this storm right now, so we're keeping an eye on all three of them. I believe Connor's punching in the hail right now.
Let's go up a little bit. What y'all think?
Yeah, south.
Yeah, south.
Yeah.
Got non-stop cloud-to-ground lightning with this storm. Thank you, Claire, for the $10 super chat.
It's gonna be ridiculously rainy. It's real. It is real. I know, it's real.
Thank you, Kevin, for becoming a member. That blue tinge, once again, is from all the water droplets scattering, in addition to our sun being angled back off to the west, more like 45 degrees, which is why you can see the blue tinge there on the right. Vince has a really clear shot of the blue tinge right now. You can see how blue it is right there on the left.
Stick camera.
No idea who that is.
And I do not think there is a tornado in progress anymore, but obviously stay in your safe place if you're in this tornado warning, as one could drop at any time, in addition to there being huge hail, and the rear flank downdraft surge is still producing damaging winds around probably 80 to 100 miles per hour, if I had to take a guess.
Team Dominator.
There's another cloud-to-ground lightning strike. I mean, it's literally non-stop.
Major inflow surge. I can't tell if there's anything up there though.
Yeah, it's pretty windy up here. I know everybody that went down that road with you has just bailed out in a hurry.
I don't think Austin is going to have anything to...
We got a new mesoscale discussion from the Storm Prediction Center. This is going to be across southwestern and southern parts of Alabama. Severe weather threat will continue, mainly with a damaging wind threat, low tornado risk as of right now. We don't have a new mesoscale discussion for Texas as of now, but this is still the highest corridor for tornadoes. Actually, we have another one. Never mind. This was 17 minutes ago. Forgot to show this. New mesoscale discussion here for Fredericksburg, Kerrville, Rock Springs, Bourne, and Austin, Texas. Also to southwest of Georgetown. Significant severe hail and wind and tornadoes remains possible throughout the mid-evening hours. So again, we're at about 5:52 right now. This should continue for the next several hours. Once again, hail as large as a size of 3.5 inches is possible. We've had hail already today up to 6 inches in diameter. Possibility still for a strong tornado and then damaging winds up to 90 miles per hour. Still appears likely.
Wait, for all this area?
Also, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Again, we do weather coverage like this all the time. 38,000 of you guys are watching. Once again, this is in central Texas as of right now, west of Austin. We still have a large rotating mesocyclone. It is not as organized as before, but it is still producing significant hail.
Yeah, they're still driving.
Have a rain-wrapped tornado, and if we have one, it would probably be somewhere just to the south of 1871 roadway. Nothing able to fully verify that, but that's the general area of where we would have a tornado. Much broader rotation now in our actual hook echo further down to the south. Big hail core again between Mason and also 385 and also, what's the other road here? Why is it not popping up? Mill Creek Road. So between that area, we still have significant hail, probably over 2.5 inches in diameter right now. Let's go back over to Tornado Pagey. So again, a view of the storm here from the southeast, which would be looking more towards our hook echo. Hey, Salty, for becoming a member. This is still actively a PDS tornado warning, even though I do not think there's a tornado anymore.
Moving it all over.
Unbelievable amount of cloud to ground lightning. Keep all those rumbles that you're hearing are the cloud to ground lightning strikes.
Oh no, yeah, hang on. We're switching. We're switching.
Oh, there's a sign down right there. I don't know if that was from something like wind.
Wait. There's a sign.
It was from something like wind, but... Oh, there's a sign down right there.
Yep.
Still looks like a wall cloud in the distance there.
Exactly what you're talking about now.
And Vince is also on Radar Omega. And also with Project Weather Eye.
EWX.
ING for the super chat.
Sorry, Dallas.
Hey, to you, your team, and all your networks. I am in Colorado by a family in Texas, Tennessee, and Virginia. Problem at all, I'm glad I can help. PDS hand warning. It's adjusted his camera.
Our main eyes are going to be Texas.
We'll probably get a new tornado warning here in the next few minutes. Going towards Frederickstown, the storm will be moving outside of this warning polygon in about 5 to 7 minutes. So we should get a new warning here soon for the Fredericksburg area. Looks like Tornado Pagey, they're just gonna maybe punch into the storm. Driving towards it right now. Thank you, Kyle, for the generous $20 super chat. How does Fort Worth look? Anywhere in Dallas, Fort Worth, anywhere really in North Texas are going to be elevated hailstorms. We're mainly talking about just hail up there. Isolated damaging winds also a possibility. Hey, Timothy for the 5 gifted memberships. Just got a warning in Dallas, Fort Worth. Oh yeah, we got a warning in DFW.
I'm not seeing any motion in there.
Vince said he's not seeing any motion. We actually have a warning for all of the almost all of Dallas, Fort Worth here. It's only for quarter-sized hail, nothing tornadic with this storm. It's all elevated. But if you're in Fort Worth, Bedford, Irving, or Dallas, be ready for quarter to $half size hail. I don't think we'll see anything beyond that. Maybe some damaging wind gusts, but we're not talking about really any tornado threat up here. All right, again, all these storms off here to the north are all elevated. Very low tornado risk with anything south of Dallas-Fort Worth for like Waco or Cleburne or Killeen. Greatest tornado threat still exists with this massive supercell here off to the west of Austin, which is currently dropping down towards Fredericksburg. It's moving southeast, so if you're in Fredericksburg, again, make sure that you're aware of the situation. Be ready to go to your safe place. We'll probably get a tornado warning in this area here soon. But still a very dangerous storm. Big hail core, again, near Austin. Connor's lost signal, but he might be driving through hail right now. Probably going to have around 3 to 4 inch size tail back in there. I know it's only warned for 2 inch size tail, but it's probably larger than 2 inches if I had to take a guess.
Where's DFX? That's a
Hey,
radar.
Waco for the super chat. I think Waco will be mainly an isolated hail and wind threat. Very low tornado risk over there. Thank you, Heather, for becoming a member. And also House for the super chat. There is a chance that they extend the tornado watch further to the east. It's always a possibility, but it's going to depend on this supercell. I really think this is going to be our dominant supercell for the next several hours. I don't think there's going to be many other storms that produce a tornado threat. I think that'll be like the main one. With that said, this storm south of San Angelo is catching up to our boundary, our outflow boundary. So if it can catch up, there is a chance for a tornado with this storm as well. But right now, mainly a golf ball size and 60-mile-per-hour threat here near San Angelo, Paint Rock, and just south of Bolinger. Also, back over in Alabama, just a quick update. We still got a line of storms moving to the east. This thing's falling apart quite a bit. It's going to be mostly the 60-mile-per-hour winds from here. Tornado threat very low, going towards Montgomery, Marion, Valley Grande, and Selma here over the next hour or so. We also got severe weather fired up in the Texas Panhandle and New Mexico. Greatest concern right now is damaging winds and hail, but there is a low threat of an isolated tornado, mainly back over in New Mexico. So if you're back over in New Mexico, stay weather aware.
BRB.
Let's go back over to Vince. Just looking at this storm now. Again, in the inflow.
I'm moving south.
Trying to go.
I do not think there's an active tornado, but again, if there was one, it'd be somewhere in the middle left. There's a crazy amount of lightning with this storm as well. Hey, Felicia, for the PayPal donation.
We're going for wind radar at this time.
They have updated the warning. It is back down to radar indicated. So it is no longer a PDS tornado warning, which I agree with. But again, if you're in Mason County, Texas, it is still a active tornado warning. Very large hail and a potential tornado. But again, I do not see there being any evidence of a tornado. I just think it's a scary looking storm more than anything right now. A CV for the super chat stream. Riley in for a vacation on update. I mean, he's barely been responding to me. I think he's just enjoying vacation. He's just enjoying vacation right now. Let him be. Tornado Pagey's driving through some of the higher winds now. They're starting to drive through the rear flank downdraft or RFD surge. It's an area that we've had winds as high as 80 to 90 miles per hour at times. Hey, Michelle for the super chat. See, the rain current's coming from right to left. This is all from the north. This is like a northerly wind from our rear flank downdraft, maybe northwesterly.
Oh my god, that is insanely wild. I think that's all the
Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley. Looks like it's windy right now.
Oh,
all right, thank you, Riley, for the update. There you go. There's your update from Riley. You're welcome. Thank you, Marion, for coming a member. So far, probably around 50, 60 mile per hour winds here. Just a rough estimate on the rear flank downdraft. It'll probably get higher if they go more into the core of the storm. What's that? Hey, John, for becoming a member. We're keeping an eye on everybody. Again, Tornado Pagey's currently driving through the rear flank downdraft. Everybody's really positioning right now. The road networks over here are a little bit spotty. And again, I still think we're going to get a new tornado warning here soon for Fredericksburg, Texas, bottom right of your screen. Go full picture to it. I think we'll probably end up getting a new tornado warning here soon going in the direction of Fredericksburg. So, I'll have to wait and see, but it'll probably include Fredericksburg, if not at least the north side of it. Just the west of Horseshoe Bay and west of Marble Falls. Still a huge supercell. The hailstone sizes that is currently warned for is 2 inches in diameter. Still is probably larger than 2 inches if I had to guess, but that hail is right now right along Highway 87, tracking to the southeast. Also, I'm not sure if this is what Matthew Capucci's car looked like beforehand, but there is a huge crack in it. I don't think it was like this before. I'm going to pull it up here in a second. Stream loads. There's a huge crack in his windshield, and I don't think that was from today. I don't think that was there before. I think it was from today. Looks like his stream's not loading. Hey, Classic for the super chat. All right, Capucci's stream is frozen. He had a crack. Did he have one before? Pretty sure he usually uses rental cars, so I don't know if he changed out. Let's do 3. All right. Which radar site am I using? I'm using the one near San Angelo. We're probably going to start doing eastern radar sites here soon. You can definitely still see a mesocyclone, though, just southeast of Mason. The closest radar site is still San Angelo. That is still the closest radar site right now. Looks like Vince is starting to drive into the hook. He might get some of the RFD here in the next minute or two. I'm going to go back over to Vince.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, they have issued a new tornado warning. Vince is starting to drive into the RFD. This is going to be for Gillespie and as well as Llano counties in Texas.
I'm back. I'm back.
Pop up here in a second. The storm right now is moving southeast at about 35 miles per hour, so it's actually been speeding up a little bit here. Hey, Jan, for the super chat. By the way, Tornado Pagey is not live on YouTube today. They have no Starlink, so they thought their connection would be too choppy, so they just didn't stream. All right, so this does include Fredericksburg. So if you're in Fredericksburg, Texas, seek shelter. Just east of Harper, be ready for, again, winds probably at least over 70 to 80 miles per hour, in addition to the potential for a tornado with this storm. Currently tracking to the southeast, just off to the west of Johnson City. It's basically going right along Highway 87 right now, going south-southeast. As long as this thing stays along an outflow boundary, it should be producing a threat of a tornado at the minimum high winds. It looks like we got a little bit of flooding in downtown Mason, Texas right now. This is Connor. He's driving through some of the flooded roadways. It's in Mason, which is also an area where we may have seen some pretty big hail.
Those sprinklers putting in overtime.
Hey, Darlene, for the super chat.
Thank you, Kat, for the super chat.
Wichita Falls shouldn't really see much tonight. Just an isolated damaging wind and hail threat.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Weather roads for me. That's easy.
Dude, if there's people parked under this,
maybe a bit.
I can't get gas. Oh yeah, I'm about to get pissed. Somebody's gonna move.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's gonna move.
This isn't shame, but everybody's parked under there for...
Someone's gonna move here. This. You mother.
Whoa.
Storm's gone, guys.
Whoa. Alright, let's go back to Vince. There's no shame for that, by the way. You can technically, I don't know if you're really legally able to do that, but people do that. Doing it under an overpass is way more dangerous. Gas station's a little bit different. Vince is is currently in the hook echo. Thank you, Benjamin, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you, Benjamin. Ooh, he's parked under there for...
Someone's gonna move here. This. You mother.
Whoa.
Storm's gone, guys.
Whoa.
Someone's gonna move here. This. You mother.
Whoa.
Storm's gone.
Whoa. So it was something on this.
He's kind of he's going south right now, so he's going away from it. This is back over to Tornado Page, who's just on the outside of the storm.
Favorite barbecues from here.
I believe they're on 290.
This is where the one where they give it to you in a paper sack, and I ate it, and it was all over my legs, and I just rubbed it in. I didn't have a napkin.
What are they saying? Let me go back to Vince.
Slowpoke doing 35 in the hailstorm with a tornado.
You got really blue. Very blue here.
Oh, that's not. I thought. Okay, never mind.
Said she wasn't live. She is live, but not on YouTube. Just live for us.
Yeah, I'm just a little concerned why we've got a PDS warning and a potential tornado developing behind us. Why we're going 30 miles an hour. Like, that's not a good idea. We need to go.
Hey, Joel for the super chat. Once again, if you're just tuning in, tornado warning for Fredericksburg, Texas. It's a large, broad area of rotation. Vince just crossed over the county line into Gillespie and Llano counties. I think this is Llano County, or no, this is Gillespie County that he just crossed into.
Alright, we gotta get down to this next road.
There goes
Matthew Capucci's also the end of the storm. Right at the bottom right of your screen. Again, here's your tornado warning. Still a large supercell. Tons of lightning as well. This is producing, like, again, a frequent amount of lightning. I gotta check out how much lightning we actually have right now. Let me get the number here. This is probably producing, like, 60 strikes every minute, if I had to guess. Let's see. It's not as frequent as before, but it is producing about 37 lightning strikes every minute. Just this singular supercell is producing approximately 37 lightning strikes every minute, which is about 1 every 2 seconds.
Damn,
and a lot of them have been clouded ground. So, this is producing an immense amount of lightning here. And in addition to that, it still has a pretty good amount of hail, in addition to still very strong velocities. Nothing tight right now. It's a broad area of rotation here that is tracking towards 87, going towards Fredericksburg. Again, moving southeast. It's like Tornado Pagey has a little bit of a view here now on the left of the storm, but some low signal here. Go back to them in a second. Is it possible for one of these tornado warnings to go to Austin? Well, I mean, this discrete supercell is really the big deal. I don't think there's going to be many other storms other than this one that are tornadic. So, generally speaking, wherever this storm goes is where this storm is going to produce the biggest impacts. I do have to say, though, it has been turning just a little bit more to the right over the last few scans. So, it could go towards Austin. It could go more towards San Antonio. It's pretty unknown where this thing's going to be going. I think more than anything, this is more of a rear flank downdraft sort of situation where it's more of a wind threat. I think the tornado threat right now is a little bit lower. The outflow boundary is probably out in front of the storm, if I had to guess. And they also just updated the warning for Tom Green and Conto counties in Texas. It's up to baseball-sized hail, which is observed. We got baseball-sized hail for Tom Green and Concho counties. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's gonna be for San Angelo. So just southeast of San Angelo, we got baseball-sized hail falling right now, going towards Eden, Texas. So that is destructive. Again, an extremely dangerous situation here southeast of San Angelo. Stay away from windows if you are in this warning and on the lowest floor possible. Also, back over near Burleson, Texas, we had a report of $half sized hail a few moments ago. We at least got quarter to $half sized hail right now falling, heading up in the direction of Arlington, Fort Worth, and also Burleson. It's moving northeast. So we got a huge supercell here. Everybody has low signal. We'll go back to somebody here in a second. Again, this storm right now moving towards Fredericksburg, Texas. Thank you, Steve, for the $10 super chat. And also shout out to Dylan with the $20 super chat. I think the tornado threat in New Mexico is very low, including the Roswell area. But it is not zero. I don't know what happened to Matthew Capucci's camera. I'm going to put Connor on the bottom right. A few people pulled off to the side of the road, too. I saw a picture of grapefruit-sized hail from the storms
yesterday. A new
yesterday.
tornado warning has been issued.
I mean, we had hail already today that was around 6 inches in diameter back over Menard. So, new tornado warning for Mason County, Texas. That is mainly because our tornado warning is about to expire. So they have gone ahead and issued a new one right on top of it. That is going to be for just south of Mason, mainly for Hilda, Hedwigs Hill, Loyal Valley, and also Grossville are included in this tornado warning. Looks like Freddie McKinney is now coming up on this and is punching towards the storm. This is Freddie McKinney. He's coming up to this right now.
I don't know if we're going to have enough time.
At the moment, it's not necessarily rocketing southeast or anything, so...
I don't know if we're going to have enough time, Chad.
Yeah.
We got this. We got this.
I've been in and out of the precinct, but I'm on the...
These roads are definitely not the kind of roads you can cook on, I'll tell you that. This is where it's got me going straight.
Channel your inner need for speed, dude.
Okay, 4.9 miles, it says.
This is back over to Connor as well. Connor is currently driving for the south side of Mason. He's punching towards the hail core right now, so he's coming out of the north.
Gotta be back in on our A game.
Keep an eye on him. I'm gonna go back to Freddy. He's coming in from the south.
Jeez. Road's getting a little... Is it gravel now? I guess it's still pavement, but...
It's still pavement, just with dirt on top of it.
Yeah, we might not be able to get there, chat. I don't know. Just repeat.
Is your tornado warning sound from Among Us? What? No? I don't think so, at least. Hey, Mana, for the $50 super chat. Really appreciate the generosity that was in the chat for Mana.
Bless you. Alright.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is a tornado warning for Fredericksburg, Texas. Just south of Mason. Again, this is kind of central Texas, far west of Austin.
I don't even
Long term,
know,
the storm will
dude.
probably go towards
right
Austin or San
here.
Antonio. It could go either direction. It's kind of moving different directions
Got
here.
me taking that.
Still producing around tennis ball sized hail. That's what the storm looks like
chat,
from the
I don't think we're
outside.
gonna be able to do. We're gonna have to go back, I think. But I'm gonna hit a code yellow here real quick, chat. Hold on. Oh my.
Code yellow? Or calls it code yellow? Hey, Remy for becoming a member.
Well, okay, chat. Hey, Court, welcome in. Nice to see you. Definitely have missed some crazy stuff.
Go back over to Matthew Capucci. Matthew Capucci is on this storm right now as well. He's right on the edge of it. And he has also a cracked windshield from hail. I don't think this was from today, apparently. I think it might have been from yesterday or a day prior.
Yeah.
Hey, Sherry, for the $20 super chat.
PDS crack windshield
Really
is
appreciate that.
actually wild. PDS potty break is also wild.
Sounds like a couple hailstones are starting to fall right now. It doesn't look large, but definitely don't need additional cracks on the windshield. I mean, you can. I mean, he's probably gonna replace this windshield anyways, but you know. Back over to live radar here again. This is our tornado warning right now. Rotation is very rain wrapped. It's just south of 87. It's going to be crossing over Highway 87. More than likely in the next few minutes, this storm may track further east. It has been moving in different directions, and I do think I have a feeling that this storm might be trying to go a little bit more to the east rather than south. At least over the last few scans, it's kind of barreling up here a little bit. I do think this is outflow dominant, so I don't know if the tornado risk is really that high right now. Velocities look pretty broad. But nonetheless, big hailstorm, big windstorm, still probably producing, 70, 80 mile per hour winds moving down to the southeast. And again, it could produce a tornado still at any time as it continues to track southeast. Let's go back over to Alabama. Just a little quick update. We have no severe warnings anymore in Alabama. So just strong storms. I don't really think we're going to see many more severe storms here in Alabama. If anything, 60 mile per hour winds, very low tornado risk will exist. We end up having a couple of tornadoes back over in Mississippi today. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Fort Worth and just outside of Dallas. That is for $quarter to $half sized hail. No wind threat as of right now that is significant, but obviously a very populated area. So just continue to stay away from windows. And if you can, in the North Texas region, I'd be protecting your vehicles. So the biggest concern for today is large hail. Also, storms are now ramping up back over in the Texas Panhandle between Higgins and White Deer. This is going to likely become a cluster of storms in the next hour or two and should become more of a wind concern, but for the time being, damaging winds and hail are both possible as these storms continue to fire up and move off to the east. And then we have one severe warning right now near Tucumcari for ping pong ball sized hail and 60 mile per hour winds. But right now, the tornado threat across the board in New Mexico is fairly low. We have one storm that is trying to rotate just out to the west of Roswell, and that's just ramped up. So if you're over in Roswell, just stay weather aware. That storm will be moving in your direction over the next hour or so. We have poor radar coverage here because of the mountains, but let me see if we can get a view of the velocities. I think it's rotating a little bit. Let's do tilt 3. Yeah, there's definitely some rotation on that storm right there, west of Rosewell. Back over in San Angelo right now, we also have baseball-sized hail falling with this storm tracking to the east-southeast going towards Eden, and then eventually tracking in the direction of Melvin. So big hail with that storm, and this one going towards Fredericksburg, again, is still tornado warned, with our main area of rotation right along Highway 87 right now. Looks like Matt Capucci is now punching into some very heavy rain. I believe he is on 87 right now. Hey, Nathan, for the super chat. And Tornado Page is now looking at the storm here. Huge chaser convergence.
I can put them on my head.
Huge chaser convergence. Hey, Freak, for the $10 super chat. Appreciate that. I think that might be a chaser van right there, too. Chasing tour van. This storm right now, by the way, for Echo Tops, which is basically the height of the storm, is towering up still about to 60,000 feet. It is still a very tall thunderstorm at about 60,000 feet. It's been around 60,000 feet basically for the last 2 hours. Keep in mind that our storms yesterday were right around 60,000 feet as well, at least when we had tornadoes happening. So, in addition to the giant hail. So this still has giant hail potential here going in the direction of either Austin or San Antonio. But right now, in the immediate term, going towards Fredericksburg. Like they have low connection. Thank you, Micah, for becoming a member.
Than it was before.
This is Connor Croft. Let me go back over to Matthew Capucci. Gives you an idea of what it looks like driving inside of the storm. This is underneath 60,000 foot tall clouds. So it's obviously very dark because the sun is just being essentially absorbed by the clouds right now. You can very low visibility here. Also some hail likely in the vicinity. Thank you, Nathan, for the super chat. How's it going, Vale? The outside of the storm from Tornado Pagey. Have a low connection, but Safe Flight should sponsor these guys. There's plenty of people that can sponsor Storm Chasers. Tires, you could get a windshield.
It's 87. I don't even know if it will, to be honest. It might just parallel it.
Still radar indicated, by the way. The tornado warning was just updated. Nothing confirmed as of right now. Probably haven't had a tornado in about half an hour now in the storm. Maybe a little bit longer than that.
Might just parallel it, to be honest. I wouldn't think this thing is going to put down a tornado just looking at it, but it could. It's a huge bowling ball. It's got new mergers coming into it too.
Thanks, Steve, for becoming a member.
Kind of ridiculous, actually.
So again, Connor's probably about a mile or two north of the area of rotation.
And the thing's like
near the hail core, which so far we haven't had any like big hail. It's been pretty minuscule from the sounds of it, and also just looking. I haven't seen any big hailstones drop. You kind of hear them pelting off the car a few times here. We got another storm merger coming up from the south. This is definitely something we're gonna have to keep an eye on. We got another storm coming out of the south that has formed, and that's gonna merge into our supercell. So again, we're in another process where these storm mergers could ramp up the rotation. again. That's how this storm has become what it is now. We had so many storm mergers all at once back over southeast of Menard, and this thing just became a beast of a supercell. Like, that could happen again here over the next half hour. So we got more cells forming from the south, and this thing could go crazy again, just like last time. But if we had a tornado, which I don't think we do, but if we had one, it would be somewhere over here near 87. I think it's mostly outflow dominant right now, but from at least what we're seeing from Tornado Pagey, it still looks like... Let me try to refresh their stream here. There's a little bit of low connection. Let's try... What number is it? This. See if it refreshes or not. Maybe not. All right, we'll try to wait a second. But you can see bottom left of your screen, pretty good shot there of at least a large... Either it looks like a wall cloud, just a large one there near 87. There are a lot of chasers on this storm, though. I mean, again, all the chase, you can see the chaser conversions on the bottom left. There are a ton of chasers. They're in a low connectivity area, though. Once again, if you're in Dallas-Fort Worth, it's mainly a hail threat. The severe warning has been canceled, it has been canceled. So no longer any severe storms in Dallas-Fort Worth. But if we have anything severe, it'll be mainly a hail threat up here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And this is the general severe weather outlook for today. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather south and west of DFW. Basically, anything north of this line will be elevated. So if you're anywhere in North Texas, for the most part, we're not really looking at a tornado threat. It'll be mainly hail. The tornado threat for today is a 5% tornado risk off to the north and west of San Antonio, west of Austin. And then a 2% tornado risk, which goes all the way back out towards the Louisiana and Texas border, and obviously goes into the Dixie Alley. But at this point, the tornado threat over in the Dixie Alley is pretty close to zero. So I'm not really concerned about a tornado threat further off to the east at this point. All right, the Mason tornado, the tornado warning for Fredericksburg goes for 22 more minutes. Still broadly rotating as of right now. We still have a pretty good view here, at least of a ragged wall cloud. Again, chasers are literally standing on top of their car there on the left. That's interesting. We got about half a dozen chasers just standing on top of their car. Thank you, Glenda, for becoming a member. And it is, their stream's froze. I'm just going to try to refresh it. Lightning rods? I mean, it's not really that safe to stand on top of a car with how much lightning this storm has had. I would never do that, by the way. I would never try to stay on top of a car while storm chasing, because, I mean, you're literally just... You're almost the tallest object. There's only a few trees around you, and then, you know, you got some cars, and, like, I don't know what they're doing. I just don't think that's safe at all. And you're not really getting much of a vantage point staying on top of a car. It's not like you're looking over, like, a 3-foot hill in front of you or a big fence. There's no vantage point there. Actually, Freddie has a pretty good view of this storm now. This is Freddie McKinney.
You can come back up, and I don't want you to...
He's just south, or he's coming up on 87, about 5 miles north of Fredericksburg.
Doing what you're doing, so...
I'm okay. I might have to put him back up anyway because...
Well, you're 8'7"? I mean, yeah, I do have a height advantage, but, you know...
7 o'clock.
The height advantage is definitely there for me. Freddie should never stand on his car? Yeah, he should never stand on his car. That is for sure.
If we could just get to this paved road, we'll be able to
Why can I still hear Freddie on this? I don't understand why that happens. I don't... Car lightning this storm has had. Hey, Glenda, for becoming a member. We got about half a dozen chasers just standing. And it is, their stream's froze. I'm just going to try to refresh it. Lightning rods? I mean, it's not really that safe to stand on top of a car with how much lightning this storm has had. I would never do that, by the way. Back over here near Eden, Texas, just to the southeast again of San Angelo, south of Paint Rock. So again, be ready for significant hail with this storm as it continues to track to the east-southeast. The tornado threat for right now is pretty low. It is right near the outflow boundary, but I don't think it's going to catch up to it anytime soon. We'll be keeping an eye on a low-end tornado threat going in the direction of Menard. There's also a storm down here northwest of Rock Springs with Little Hook, but I don't think that one's rotating really much at all right now. Thank you, Neil, for the super chat. Well, we have something called the equilibrium level, and essentially the equilibrium level is where, you know, clouds stop. That's why that's why storms can only go so high. So whenever the storms reach that equilibrium level, which is where our temperatures are all of a sudden increasing, that's essentially where our clouds stop. You can look at it on any like weather sounding. Try to find a weather sounding here. Thank you, Trish, for becoming a member. But it's basically the difference between the troposphere and the stratosphere. This right here is your equilibrium level for today, for example. So our storms can build up to about 14 kilometers or so, just about 14 kilometers, which I don't know. Let me translate that to feet. 14 kilometers to feet. That is about 14, is that 46,000 feet? That sounds kind of low. But nonetheless, that's our equilibrium level on the GFS model today. That's approximately where our temperatures start to increase again. So basically, once we hit the tropopause, which is the area between the troposphere and the stratosphere, that's where our equilibrium level is. And again, you can see that in like any weather sounding. Almost every weather sounding will at least have a label for it. Otherwise, you just calculate it. Fun fact: storms are entering Austin. We don't have any storms near Austin right now. We got a few firing out in front of this storm, but those are not going to be anything significant. What I think is very interesting, though, right now is that we have this big updraft that just went up and is now merging into our supercell. So this thing might take off again and produce another tornado threat here soon. It's in the middle of recycling, though, so it'll probably take a few minutes to really recycle. It's back over to Freddie McKinney. Sure. Mr. Lightning Rod coming up on this right now.
The chase tour right there. Hey, found a chase.
Let me get my water. I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
There we go. And found all the chasers again. Look at them all. Oh my gosh, dude. Here we are. So now how do we do this, bro? With all these chasers and stuff. I guess I'll try to shoot further northwest here in a second. Maybe after this guy, I'll shoot a little northwest.
Hey, Nana, for becoming a maximum velocity member.
Yeah, I got a nice gap here.
The storm is starting to go a bit more east than south. Starting to go a little bit more east.
Here.
So it might end up going more towards Austin.
But this is kind of the edge.
Still unknown. It's been moving in different directions this entire time.
This is the tornado warning supercell. I mean, it's very rain wrapped. Very, very, very rain wrapped up in here. So, in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and. Hey, is that?
Quick. I'll take out the stream. Get you guys a nice wide angle of what we're looking at. Loud pop in 3.
Hey, Dylan, for becoming a member. No Popeye sandwich. I might actually have to get food soon. I'm actually hungry. I honestly didn't know if we were going to go live today, and I didn't really prepare beforehand.
Oh, like, you were in that thing, weren't you?
There's a little bit more of a wide view of the storm here. Freddy did get out. That's not a good thing, by the way. Freddy has gotten out of his car.
Smart move there, man.
We might be chalked. Might become a lightning rod again. Got a bunch of storm mergers coming in from the south.
Dot up there, and we're like,
this thing's
wow,
definitely recycling right now.
Yeah, how's it going? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yellow Bogerman.
We just went on a legit South African safari. Did you? Yeah, like antelope.
Cheese curds? I actually had Culver's already today.
It's nice to meet you, sir. Yeah.
It was cool.
Hey, Gage for the super chat.
Really? Here in the U.S., we just call people sir.
They have issued a new
I'll
severe
call
thunderstorm
somebody that's
warning
20 years old a sir. You know?
for golf ball sized hail.
We kind of
This
use
is the north of Fredericksburg, west of Horseshoe
use it a little
Bay.
differently up there.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, you was like you.
Yeah, basically, like, I mean, you could call anybody a sir in the U.S. But
Connor's playing Splish Splash.
What else?
Been driving through rain for like an hour.
Oh,
Actually, probably longer than that.
I was on the road.
Because we didn't see shit, and we're like, if Freddy
Bro's been in the rain for over an hour. He likes rain.
That's actually kind of. Are you guys all together here? Same group.
Freddy is.
Oh, thanks, man. I love
Got a
you
whole
too,
chaser
bud.
convergence here on the side of the road. If you guys were wondering what Connor's doing,
Of course, man.
Connor's in the rain. Been here for about an hour and a half, I think. Maybe even 2 hours. I don't know. He's been touching rain for a while. PDS rain intercept. Connor's having fun. I doubt he's having fun right now. There's no way he enjoys driving through rain.
Good old RFD.
He's driving through the RFD too now.
Alright, good old.
Really need to get an idea of how much he enjoys the rain, though. Max, do you ever make your food? Yeah, I've made my own food before.
The tornado that was west of Menard there, the dusty one.
I make some. I make some really good nachos and grilled cheese. They go hard. Somebody actually pulled up the documents of the incredible nachos that I made one time. Look at these nachos. You can't get any better than this. I mean, come on, man. These nachos slap. Thank you, Randy, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities. I think that was like a year ago when I did that. Hey, Waco for the super chat.
I'm glad you're living it, dude. I'm glad you're living it, so.
Like April and May, I try to chase it hard. But for June, I usually leave. But, so, you know,
A true chef, thank you. I'm gonna be the next Gordon Ramsay. We're going for that elite status.
I'm glad you're having a good time out here, man, and just living out your passion. You know, that's all you can really ask for in life. You know?
My golfer, I do golf.
I think this thing's.
I haven't golfed in a while, but I do
Hey,
golf.
you can't. Once you start, you never stop.
You will not let it go. I mean.
Connor's still in the middle of the storm. Gordon Ramsay of nachos. It's actually funny. Back over to the south of this storm near Rock Springs, Texas. We actually have rotation ramping up right now. So this is northwest of Rock Springs, Texas. Little mezzo on that storm, but that's currently tracking to the east-southeast. Probably going to need a tornado warning on this here soon. That's going in the direction, again, of Rocks Springs. Or Rocks Springs, Texas. A little bit of rotation ramping up on this thing. So we'll keep an eye on that. It's basically going down Highway 55 to the southeast. And we still have a tornado warning for Fredericksburg for the next 11 minutes. Well, we have a lot of storm mergers happening right now. The biggest concern right now is large hail and damaging winds and a lot of lightning, but the tornado threat will probably increase again as this goes in the direction of Austin. Tornado watch goes for 3.5 hours longer, includes San Antonio, Austin, San Angelo. But again, the greatest tornado concern is this supercell here north of Kerrville. So continue to stay weather aware, especially over near Austin. After all these storm mergers are done, assuming they finish at some point, this thing will probably continue to produce the threat of a tornado. And we now have tennis ball-sized hail falling just to the southeast of San Angelo. That's going towards Menard. Menard is not done with huge hail. They had up to 6-inch hail about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And now we got another big hailstorm that is tracking towards Menard. So if you're in Menard, Texas, and you have your car out of the garage thinking, oh, there's no more hail coming, there is more hail coming. We got at least tennis balls coming your direction right now. This is what the HRRR model is showing here for tonight. Believe it or not, it actually shows a crazy-looking line of storms later tonight. This is by 6 to 7 o'clock. Again, we got a bunch of storms here near Austin, and it actually shows a full-blown line of storms forming tonight after 10 o'clock. With damaging winds and embedded tornadoes, in addition to large hail. I don't know if the model showed this earlier, to be honest. I don't think they did. There's a full-blown line of storms forming now, which is interesting. Could become a little line going towards Houston, too. Look at the models earlier. I could have sworn it did not show that happening earlier. It did, actually. All right. Guess I didn't look far ahead enough. It does show a line of storms tonight. But overall, the main concern if you're back over in Houston would be wind. The threat of tornadoes would be fairly low. It'll be more of an outflow dominant line of storms probably after about 10 o'clock tonight. But we're going to continue to see a bunch of supercells around the Austin area. The HRRR shows those storms around 9 o'clock. I don't think it's going to be 9 o'clock when the storms arrive to Austin. It'll probably be closer, if I had to guess, probably closer to about 7:30, 8 o'clock for Austin. I think the HRRR is a little bit behind on that. Because this storm right now is, you know, it's moving at a decent pace. 35 miles per hour to the southeast. And assuming it goes more in the direction of Austin at some point, I mean, it's only about an hour and a half out or so. So probably about 8 o'clock. Be the approximate time of arrival.
Trying to get south of the storm to get gas.
Back over, Freddy.
I never saw you the whole day.
We were like right next to each
Got the Storm Chaser convergence here. Let me go back over to Connor. He's in the middle of the storm. He wants to get gas, and he's still driving through rain. 3 a.m. for the super chat. Also, thank you, Jace, for the super chat. Next SBC Outlook is out in about an hour and 20 minutes. Once again, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you're notified also with the latest live streams. Again, we are live right now with a tornado warning for Fredericksburg, Texas. We are also on Facebook and Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. Links in the description. And also you can join our Discord server, which is linked down below. Thank you, Mira, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities. My favorite ice cream flavor? Probably go with cookies and cream. Probably the best one. Connor's finally had it with the rain. He's still in the rain. I don't know if he's going to get out of the rain anytime soon. He's right here on 87. I mean, it's going to be another at least 10 minutes, I would say, until he's out of the rain. He's just chugging along with the rain. Latest scan still showing some rotation right now northwest of Rock Springs, Texas. No severe warning for some reason on this, but this definitely could produce a tornado at some point as it goes towards Rock Springs. So still keeping an eye on that. Otherwise, everything's pretty tame off to the north. Just some isolated hail and wind. Storms will probably ramp up in the next hour, though, in Oklahoma. Let me get the future radar up here. Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle should ramp up in the next hour. We should get a cluster or even a line of storms that forms up here. I don't know if I played that through in the future radar. This is what it looks like for tonight. You're in the Oklahoma or Texas panhandles. So we should get a little cluster of storms that fires over the next few hours. Kind of organizes into a cluster and then eventually strengthens as it moves into central Oklahoma. But it'll probably weaken just after midnight. Okay. I don't know what's going on in Freddy's stream, but it kind of got chaotic. Got chasers out of their cars right now. They're running back to their car after the wind picked up.
They're from the Netherlands. Guys, I just met up with a whole car of fans from the Netherlands. So shout out, I don't remember their names, but shout out to the Netherlands. Apparently the Netherlands are big fans of the channel, so.
That's awesome.
They also hit a wild pig the other day, which is not good. So the whole front of their car was cut.
Completely ripped off the bottom part of their bumper.
I don't know if they heard any of that on the freaking microphones.
I hope they did.
Dad, thank you for the 5 gift. W Papa John.
W Papa John.
Thank you, Dad.
Papa John Pizza?
What a guy.
Oh.
Okay, my YouTube crap.
Where's Riley? He's on vacation.
What a guy. We also found
Till Friday.
Oleg. Some of you might know who Oleg is. He's one of the. He's been more of a. He's been more of an inside kind of thing on the Connor channel there. I think Connor and Oleg have had a lot of experiences over the years, but
Freddy bottom middle. Freddy's also on YouTube in addition to Connor and Tornado Pagey. Their links should all be in the description. I need to double check. Apparently Tornado Pagey wasn't there. I think they are there though. Yeah, they are there. All the chasers that we're using for the most part are linked in the description. Thank you, Marco, for becoming a member. Butter pecan ice cream. That's actually pretty good too. Do you guys say pecan or pecan? Let me know in the chat. I'm actually curious. Thank you, Matthew, for the $10 super chat.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
What kind of warning software to use for your live streams? This is the warning software that we're using is like, I would say like proprietary, but it's something that was custom coded for us. We have a new tornado warning. This is all the way back up northeast of Amarillo. So brand new tornado warning for Carson and Gray counties. A National Weather Service employee has reported a funnel cloud up there, which is the reason why we have a tornado warning. So a reported funnel cloud moments ago north of Groom that is tracking down to the southeast. If you are in this tornado warning, seek shelter, get away from windows, lowest floor possible, and get to an interior room of your home or building. This storm going in the direction of McLean, Texas. You are in the path of this in the long term. Population in this warning is 93, so it's a pretty rural area. Actually, this is from Falcon Storm Chasing on Twitter just moments ago, north of Groom. You can check him out on Twitter. Literally, that is the funnel cloud right there. And possibly a tornado. I don't know if there's ground contact, but that is it right there. Moments ago. Thank Jenny for the super chat. Yeah, it's reported as a brief tornado in the Texas Panhandle. Lametta, Texas. Lametta, Texas will be mainly a hail risk. Not expecting really a tornado risk up there for Lametta. All right, back to live radar. Still, the storm that is tornado warning of Fredericksburg is still pretty much outflow dominant. There is a chance, though, that we get a tornado ramping up here soon to the north of Fredericksburg in this, like, rain-wrapped area. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that. But for right now, again, the tornado threat is fairly low. It should increase again after all these storm mergers happen. Tornado warning goes for 2 more minutes. They'll probably issue a new warning at some point here in the next minute or two, because there's definitely still hail and wind with this storm, and possibly a rain-wrapped area of rotation just off to the north of our tornado warning. So, should get a new warning here at any moment. Fort Worth, isolated hail for tonight. Isolated hail. So, waiting a new warning. By the way, this was NATOcast Outlook for today. I lost it.
Whoa.
Let me pull it up real quick. This is NATOcast Outlook for today. Honestly, it's been pretty much nailed. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, like, they had a 10% risk back over where are at least 2 different tornadoes happened. And on top of that, the 5% tornado risks. At least the southern one performed. We actually had, I think, 2 tornadoes in that one. So far, this risk has been, like, basically perfect for today. And also the 2% in the Texas Panhandle. That's also performed. I literally just had a brief tornado up there. I mean, this is, like, almost perfect today. It was actually kind of crazy.
Wait.
Just had a report back over in New Mexico as of about 10 minutes ago near Tucumcari, back over here in New Mexico. There was a funnel cloud on the leading edge of the severe warm storm, which is no longer severe. So, possible tornado threat over here as well in eastern New Mexico. We're also keeping an eye on the Roswell storm, which has had some broad rotation. Wouldn't rule out an isolated tornado threat near Roswell here in southeastern New Mexico here soon. By the way, Connor is now seeing daylight, believe it or not.
Here comes the conga line.
And he's also he's with the Chaser conga line as well.
You gotta be kidding me.
But he's finally gotten out of the rain.
Why are we driving 50?
Or he's about to be out of the rain. For the first time in like 2.5 hours.
We're out of
They
the
toasted
rain.
for becoming a
Why are we
member.
driving 50 in a 70?
Rain check. Rain check for Connor.
Left, it goes back to double up, I guess. What a stupid passing zone if it's only for a second.
Hey, Teresa for becoming a member. What a sight to see. And news for San Antonio, not as of right now, but you're gonna get storms probably around 8, 9 o'clock tonight. And Houston will be an overnight wind threat. Also got storm runner bottom right of your screen. All three of the chasers on the bottom of your screen are all right here, all around Fredericksburg. So again, we have no tornado warnings anymore down here. It's all back to severe warnings. They've canceled the tornado warning for Mason County, and also the one for Fredericksburg has expired. Right now, the biggest concern is golf ball-sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. We could have a huge surge of wind right now north of Fredericksburg. Again, the tornado threat will probably increase again within the next 30 minutes after all these mergers happen. I think we'll probably see an increasing tornado threat, mainly west of Horseshoe Bay. And then back up in the Texas Panhandle, that is our active tornado warning, where a funnel cloud was spotted and possibly a brief tornado. Unknown if it is still on the ground, but at least as of about 5 or 6 minutes ago, we had a video and a photo of a tornado, or at least a very low funnel cloud, near 293. That is north of Groom. It's tracking the direction of McLean. But no new updates as of right now on that. Florida had unwarned rotation. Is it still rotating in Florida? Actually got a little bit of rotation here. Oak Hill, Florida right now. A little bit of rotation. I think there's a marginal threat in Florida today. I could be wrong. There was one, I think, yesterday. After today, the severe weather threat across the board gets a lot lower. I just want to throw that out there. I mean, we've talked about it in today's video, but today is going to be one of the last streams, I think, of May. It might actually be the last stream of May after today. I'm trying to pull up the SBC outlook here. So obviously, this is today's risk of severe weather. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather in Texas. Tomorrow's risk of severe weather, even smaller, and even further south. We have 2 slight risks of severe weather in place. This is what we call a double-barrel slight risk. In South Texas, one down in the Dixie Alley. Damaging winds, hail, isolated tornado threat. The tornado threat should be low enough to the point where we will not be live tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we're back to the high point season, where damaging winds, hail, and a low tornado risk will exist. And then Thursday and beyond, I think Thursday will probably be in this general area, just isolated to scattered severe weather, but nothing really that organized. So, yeah. Hey, take 5 for the $10 super chat. Max 1 second into the stream, tornado on the ground, not even a hello, guys. Yeah, today was, I think today was the first time that we ever started a live stream with a tornado on the ground, and I didn't even get to say hi. Literally, we went live, and there was just a tornado in progress. If you guys did not see the beginning of the stream, you can go back to it if you want, or you can even just watch what I'm about to show you. This was basically the start of the stream, probably about 5 seconds after the stream started. This was Freddie McKinney on a tornado to start today's stream. That was to start the stream. 4 o'clock on the dot. 4 o'clock central. And it literally crossed in front of him on the roadway. It was pretty crazy. That's also on Twitter and Facebook at Max Velocity WX. You want to see it as well there. Yeah, that's pretty crazy way to start a stream. We've started a lot of streams with a tornado on the ground, and honestly, it was not intentional today at all. I was going to go live no matter what, but literally we started the stream and that happened. So actually, I'm going to go back to the very beginning of the stream. This is exactly when it started to start today's stream. This is the beginning. Literally was on the road in front of them. You can see it being picked up right in front of them, right there to start the stream.
It's right in front of us. It's right in front of us.
Alrighty, we are live. We got a tornado in progress. Literally, as we just went.
Not random race again, bro.
Crazy looking structure here.
I ordered 200.
There's a new tornado warning somewhere else in Texas. Where are you?
In the Texas Panhandle.
Panhandle. Dude, we should have, dude. What?
Yeah, this is Ben Williams and Storm Media.
Targets.
I don't think they're going to turn around yet. Also, Connor is the chaser conga line here. W. Just a little update for you. Sorry, bottom left. Hey, Rip for the top $5 super chat. Storms just fired here in Tallahassee, Alabama. The storms will not be that long in Alabama. It'll probably be another hour or so, maybe an hour and a half for most areas. Everything, for the most part, is 60-mile-per-hour winds. There really isn't much of a tornado risk left. So if you're back over in central southern Alabama, be prepared for damaging winds, tornado threat, pretty much zero.
Oh
Not
boy.
fully
Oh
zero, very
boy.
close to zero. All pastas are not the same. Like,
The hazard.
the same texture. I mean, if we're talking about like actual types of pasta, that's different. Like, I mean, if we're talking about like Alfredo versus like marinara, like that's different. But if we're talking about just the pasta, like I don't know, what do they call pasta? Like you got like fettuccine, got angel hair, like that's basically all the same. It's just different thickness, I guess, of the pasta. Hey James, the super chat. You like muffins? Chocolate muffins are pretty good. Storm Media has a good view of the structure again. Wow. Crazy construction. Only tornado warning again is north of Groom in Texas. We had a funnel cloud. I don't think it's on the ground anymore. It was on the ground briefly. Just once again, this storm that we're looking at here is west of Horseshoe Bay, west of Austin, Texas. Complex of storms that are forming now. Thank you, Kenny, for the super chat. This real? This is real. Yeah, this is not AI. This is real. Everything that's on these streams, I'm pretty sure is real. I don't know if there's anything that isn't.
Isn't real.
Guys, it is not my birthday. Please stop with the birthday wishes. Any reports from Riley? Let me ask. Hey, Riley, do you have any updates? All right, Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley. Yeah, there's currently a cluster of storms going towards Austin, Texas. Be ready in Austin for hail and wind. All righty, thank you, Riley, for the update. There you go. There's your update from Riley. I'm filling in for Riley on his vacation. You know, we're filling in, you know. I'm doing 2 jobs at once. It's very stressful. This is what I used to do before Riley was even here, so it's fine. Any other reports? Let's see if we have any reports. I can look through our reports log here. We had a report of 2-inch size hail in Loyal Valley, Texas. As of 30 minutes ago, we had 3.5-inch sized hail in Cristobal, Texas, which is actually, I think, back over just to the southeast of San Angelo. Now, that storm's not producing big hail anymore, but was at one point. It's now back down to quarters. Who's eating cheese curds in Austin? That's crazy. It's crazy to ask. Hey, Annie, for the super chat. You need an AI Riley bot? Bro, we're not doing AI. No thanks. I'm good. I'm not going to make Riley into AI. I think we're good on that. Thank you, MP, for the super chat. Columbus, Texas, risk of tornadoes. Columbus, Texas. Very low. I'd be more concerned about wind tonight. 60 to 70 mile per hour wind's the main concern over there. Sheesh. Look at this shelf cloud over here. Stop to the east of Fredericksburg near Willow City.
There's some moist outside too.
Do you pay the storm chasers? We do. You say moist? I wasn't listening. Moist? Juicy wall clad? But we don't have a juicy wall clad, it's just a shelf clad. Dave Cranston for the $5 super chat. Best way to get everyone to...
Glad you guys are enjoying the view of this.
This is coming toward us.
Best way to say to get everyone, best way to get everyone to say happy birthday is to tell everyone to stop saying it. Not wrong about that. Thank you, Nick, for the super chat. You just go back in the stream. I'll show it again at some point, but...
What the heck? Oh, I love it.
It was probably about 10 minutes ago when I showed it. Maybe 15 minutes ago. It hasn't changed.
Oh, that right.
Thank you, Roy, for the $5 super chat.
I hate that I have to do this.
I'm not protesting bots. I'm just saying I don't want one. I don't care. I don't want one on my stream. The reason why we have Riley. We need somebody to replace Riley when he's on his little 5-day vacation that he's on. Who am I replacing him with? I would do John. I don't know if John's around. John, I think, actually is around.
Yeah,
I could probably... No, he actually isn't. Never mind. Best I could get John on here.
Northeast of Fredericksburg.
Relay, though. There isn't really a whole lot to relay right now. John is not working tonight.
It's only moving at 20 miles an hour, so it's not moving that
Hey,
fast.
Boost for the super chat. Can we get a queso? Queso should come on and roll reports for us. That's who's replacing Riley. Imagine getting queso on here to relay reports. Terrible. Our only active tornado warning right now is in northern Texas Panhandle. Do not believe it is producing anymore, but it's tornado warning for 16 more minutes. East of Amarillo. Hey, AKI for becoming a member. Do the chasers ever report to you? They will have the ability to do that here soon. We're gonna set something up where chasers can actually relay us stuff in real time soon. Huge shout out to the $50 Venmo donation. As always, is Edmond, Oklahoma mostly going to see wind and hail? Yeah, that's the only concern for Oklahoma tonight. That was the chat for Bailey. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
Really, I have no
When Riley is absent, cheese curd fills in. The problem is cheese curd's sleeping. She can't even relay anything. Her paw is literally over her face right now. Hey, Mom, for the $5 super chat. This is what cheese curd looks like right now. Just for the record.
One thing I like about
that's who you guys want reporting stuff?
Yeah, it's nice for like a snowstorm or something when you're not.
That's who you guys want reporting stuff?
Right.
Wow.
She's sleeping. Hey, right back from the super chat. She's kind of power napping right in the middle of the live stream. This doesn't look tornado imminent right now. I do think it's pretty outflow dominant at this point. And right now, the biggest concern being wind and hail. It's up to 70 miles per hour now for Fredericksburg. It looks like Freddy's driving right in the middle Fredericksburg, where the highest winds would be. So it looks like
posting up here in Fredericksburg.
apparently the Dominator is in Fredericksburg, and Freddy is in the midst of the higher wind area here.
Got some big hail coming in.
Hey, Vox for the super chat.
Yep, I don't know what he's
Not really a
thinking.
considerable tornado threat. I'd say it's a
Dip
low-end
out.
threat back over near Austin and San Antonio, but it's definitely not zero. Just low, as of right now. Thank you, Trainer, for the super chat.
I was asking, do you want to dip
Have I ever seen a tornado in person? No, but I'm hoping to later this year.
Honestly, if we want to be safe from the hail, our best bet is probably not going, like, fleeing it. It's going on one of these.
They're getting hit by the hail right now. Near hitting their car. It's right around golf ball size, or at least that's what it's warned for right now. Shout out to Dalton and as well as Diane for the Venmo donations. Mobile, Alabama should be fine. Isolated wind risk down there.
Like just on the leading edge of it.
Pending traffic lights. If you want to
Whoa.
I'm fine with that. Do you want to bounce?
Can't believe it went live for. Dude, you see it bugging out, so
media.
it had like
Yo,
7
wait.
subs. That's why I stopped going live.
No!
It was too glitchy. And I had to level it up a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Let me go back to Freddy. He's now driving. Freddy's driving through the town of Fredericksburg, where hail's starting to fall.
Looks like we're just on the leading edge of it.
Nice little town here. Some quarters, probably $half falling right now. Could get a little bit larger. It's definitely got a bit larger.
There is a south option here. We think 87 south right here. Maybe that'd be a better call.
Dude!
Yeah, maybe 87 south.
As a reminder, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Like the stream as well. Helps get this out to more people. We're 600 likes away from 10,000. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. Links are in the description. In addition to joining our Discord server, that is also linked down below. We're about to hit 7,500 members on Discord. We're at 7,410 right now. And we have one tornado warning right now. That's the one south of Pampa, Texas, which has not really looked like much of anything here recently, tornado-wise. Hail core right now near Highway 293. And again, that is just south of White Deer. We did have a funnel cloud report earlier, in addition to possibly a brief tornado, but no longer on the ground from the looks of it. And velocities on radar do not look very impressive. That's going towards Groom, just to the north of Clarendon. We have a few other storms also that are heading into Oklahoma. Generally speaking, we're not looking at much beyond a little bit of isolated hail and wind, and it should be a pretty marginal threat as well. Back over in Fredericksburg.
Water flowing down.
Hail's starting to get a little bit larger here, west of Austin, Texas, and Fredericksburg. It's working for golf balls.
Drop south a little bit.
Hey, Ever for the $10 super chat. Also, Freddie McKinney is on YouTube, a link in the description.
Yeah, alright. If he thinks...
Velocities are being measured at 107 on radar, but I highly doubt it's 107. I'm pretty sure that's just going to be some level of contamination. It's probably around 70, 75 if I had to take a
Maybe we do want to get out of here.
That way I can roll my driver's side window down and not get pummeled with rain and hail.
Yeah, they are getting bigger.
Hell just keeps falling.
Wow. Who's this?
Not a clue.
I think technically...
See the water's flowing on the bottom there. Flowing down the roadway here in Fredericksburg. haven't really got a good idea of how large the hail is. It's probably around golf balls. That's the largest. I haven't seen anything larger than golf ball yet.
Like right here. Yeah, we're just
Echo to storm under media on the outside of the storm. So they have low signal, but a blue tinge. Again, that is from all the water droplets scattering, reflecting light. And, yeah, pretty impressive. Unfortunately, it's low signal, but it seems like it's chaos right now in downtown Fredericksburg. It's done like 6 hours, I think, now. Thanks for the $10 super chat.
What the take a left and go down.
Yeah, it's pretty typical for Fredericksburg. Thank you, Ruth and Destiny, for becoming members, and Gary for the super chat. I really appreciate that.
Copy that. I might come over there.
Thank you also, Michael, for the super chat. You know where a large head is filling in for Riley, so we know. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley. We got golf ball sized hail right now falling here in Fredericksburg. Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. There you go.
Oh, they're getting big.
Perfect impersonation.
Oh,
they're getting larger now.
Putting the glasses on.
Putting on the safety goggles.
Hail's getting pretty big here, chat.
A little bit larger.
I mean, definitely some golf balls.
Bro has his goggles on.
We're not getting grazed on the south side. Definitely golf balls.
Definitely golf balls.
Oh, now the bomb has it.
There's the Dominator, yeah. Just pass right by.
Right now. South side, definitely golf balls.
Definitely golf balls out there.
And there goes the Dom again.
There's the Dominator.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Yeah, there's no way.
They've issued a new tornado warning. This one is going to be back over in the Texas Panhandle, I believe. Armstrong, Carson, Gray, and Donnelly counties. Yeah, it's going to be this. We actually have a tighter couplet developing on radar. Near Highway 295, new area of rotation, about to move across I-40 in about 5 minutes. Near Groom, Texas. So seek shelter immediately if you're in this tornado warning. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. About 580 people are in this tornado warning. Groom obviously being the main area in the track of this tornado. This is also from moments ago from Falcon storm chasing. Near White Deer, Texas. Large funnel coming down. Likely ground contact there. Probably a brief tornado at the minimum here. So, this is a few moments ago. Again, Falcon storm chasing on Twitter. You can check them out there. But that is what we're looking at up there near Groom. The latest radar scan, if we have a tornado, it'll be right on Highway 295. We'll have an update here in a second. Let me go back over to Freddy, which the hail's coming down and the wind's picking up.
Maybe up to 2 inch.
Up to 2 inch hail, possibly. I'm gonna keep it on Freddy for 60 seconds. I'll be back.
Maybe up to 2 inch here. Oh, I just heard a big one. Oh!
I also just heard a big one.
Oh, they're starting to get big.
Yeah, they are.
Starting to get pretty big. For the windshield.
Oh, the windshield holds up.
The windshield holds. I want to replace my windshield, bro. A G-Wagon just went by.
Hey! I got me.
I missed the G-Wagon, but that's expensive.
I just came down the road and then made a right.
I'm back. What happened? I heard something.
Yeah, bad day to own a G-Wagon.
Something happened?
Oh, here comes the wind.
No!
Here comes the wind.
I'm never getting a metal
Here comes the wind.
Look at the pole shaking.
Here come the winds.
Here we go.
Yep, it's time.
It's getting live in Fredericksburg, Texas.
Oh, mega time!
Big hail crack.
Huh?
Bruh.
Well, it kind of dropped out, but it's still definitely hailing.
It's all wind-driven hail, too.
Give me that.
I just had at least a baseball bounce off my head.
No, the stupid gap.
Oh, they're getting big.
Baseball
they're
size
getting
tail.
big. Now they're getting really big. You can see them on the
Flew
ground.
right in your face.
Possibly destructive
They're
hail
big
here in
dogs.
Fredericksburg.
Have a mega recruit. Hello, buddy. You thought that was a person? I don't think
Oh
he
my
was.
gosh, yeah.
Thank you, She, for the $10 super chat.
Oh, I got another mega.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
we're
you.
in
Thanks, Sassy,
Fredericksburg,
for becoming a
Texas,
member.
guys. Getting hailed out here.
Hey, Fudge also for the $10 super chat.
Big wind as well.
Fudge, a lot of it has to do with
Wow.
the sunlight and
hail
also
here.
water droplets reflecting. That's why we have weird colors sometimes like green or blue. We've had a few blue tinges today.
Yeah, Contour, welcome to the Storm Society. Welcome in, Contour.
Still pretty windy in downtown Fredericksburg. We've had hail as large as baseballs, according to Brandon, who's right next to him.
Yo, that's insane. Oh my god.
I start working it back to the east just to make my life a little easier.
This map, okay.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, the core's kind of passing over now, but it's still hailing pretty good here.
So it looks like on live radar right now. Again, this line of this area of storms just continues to push east. It has become a large cluster of storms now that is all currently basically moving due east right now, and it's continuing to produce mainly a threat for damaging winds. Tornado threat should continue. Again, it's not zero right now. We are really looking up in here probably for the greatest short-term tornado threat going towards Marble Falls in Texas, just off to the west of Austin. We got a few more storms firing up out in front of our cluster as well. These will merge, and that could also increase our tornado threat. Generally speaking, not much beyond a hail threat is expected out of these storms. This is back over to Connor.
What? Bruh, how?
On to the storm. Let me
I see.
take this back to this. It's Connor's view right now. This is just off to the east of Fredericksburg. Kind of looking into the storm right now. Go back over to Freddy.
Not the megas! Yo, not the megas!
It's Freddy. Still driving through the downtown area of
Everybody got
Fredericksburg.
more life now.
Still gusty winds, not as strong as before.
Oh no! Wow.
Alright, copy that, yeah.
Why did that
Hey,
happen?
Casey, for the super chat.
Can I
don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, I can't survive.
You can go to the bar.
I can't survive.
We could go to the bar. Could go to
Oh
the
my
bar.
god.
So,
Bro's gonna go to the bar.
Now, how did this flood out so quickly? I just came through here.
I think it's right here.
Yeah,
apparently there's some bad flooding here.
Hey, this is the person that's gonna fill in for us today.
Right, are you talking about on this like 87 south?
Why did it become scrumptious?
Cheese curd is filling in.
Yo, Freddy, dig your channel.
None your business. Thank you for the super chat. Glad you're digging the channel. Yeah, the flooding is getting kind of bad here.
Hey, Josh, the $10 super chat.
How's it going?
I think the Texas Panhandle is going to be isolated, damaging winds, hail, and maybe a brief tornado. I mean, we still have a tornado warning up here, but at least on that last scan, the velocities didn't look impressive. Let's see the latest scan. Yeah, it's just like a very small area of rotation over Groom. So I think the odds of this producing a tornado are pretty low right now. It's definitely not zero. That's the first time I think in a long time that I've picked her up in front of my computer and she's not meowed, wanting to get down. She like hates the monitors, I'm pretty sure. This time she
Give me
didn't
that
really care.
mega!
Hey, cheese curd.
Get over here!
She's on my lap now.
No!
Also, a hailstorm right now near Grady, New Mexico, but that one's starting to weaken a bit. Everything's pretty much outflow dominant back over New Mexico. We only have one severe warning in all of Alabama right now. That is near Alabaster for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Everything else is very marginal out here in Alabama. Severe thunderstorm watch goes for 2 hours and 45 minutes longer. And then, I mean, that will probably be canceled for most of the area here soon. We still have our main big line of storms here. Not really line, but cluster of storms off to the west of Austin, Texas. Still got some broad rotation off to the west of Horseshoe Bay. Generally speaking, most of this right now is going to be hail and wind. 70-mile-per-hour winds, 2-inch sized hail now in the Fredericksburg storm, which is all now pushing off to the east in the direction of Johnson City. She is now kneading on my lap. She is putting her paws up and down. Thank you, Bri, for the $10 super chat. Outside of Fredericksburg is a giraffe sanctuary that has 6 giraffes and 3 rhinos. Hopefully they'll be okay. Hopefully they are okay. Thank you, Josh, also for the $10 super chat. What is your take on the storms in the panhandle of Texas? Oh, I just answered that. But yeah, I think generally just isolated hail and wind and a low tornado risk would be the biggest concerns. There's strong rotation near Roswell or Roswell, New Mexico. Let me look. Problem is our radar coverage is blocked by a mountain on one of those things, or one of those radar sites. I don't think that's rotation, at least from that radar site. It could be mid-level rotation. Let's see. It's not matching up with our... I think there's definitely some level of rotation. It's hard to tell. We have a poor radar coverage here. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely a chance of a tornado. In the special weather statement, it just says 50-mile-per-hour winds. Doesn't even say anything about a land spout potential. But I wouldn't rule out a tornado over here near Roswell, New Mexico. Definitely a low chance on that storm. Also, the storm that's going into Maynard or Menard now is much weaker. Not really looking at much of a hail or wind threat anymore. The storm near Rock Springs was rotating at one point. Still has a little bit of rotation north of Rock Springs, but the tornado threat does remain low on that storm. Mainly half-dollar sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Again, the greatest concern is all these storms ramping up just off to the west of Austin, north of San Antonio. So, be ready again for high winds, very large hail potential, and maybe even an isolated tornado.
Yeah, got some street flooding happening out here.
Brody's also got a little bit of flooding here on the southeast side of Fredericksburg right now. Thank you, Melanie, for becoming a member. Also, Ruth for the $10 super chat. Shout out to K4IMW.
I'm just gonna take that 290 east.
What's for dinner? I have no clue, but I'm hungry. And I need food?
Just gotta keep up with
Starting to get some broad
here.
rotation to the south of Johnson City. We got a little discrete cell that's been firing up here over the last few minutes. It's actually beginning to rotate a little bit here, just to the south of 290 and Johnson City. We have a new severe warning as well for Blanco and Johnson City for 2-inch sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. This storm has a short window, but it's rotating a little bit. Got a little discrete cell here, hook, a little inflow. Might try to produce a threat of a tornado. Looks like Tornado Pagey has a view of this. Look at that.
I get that vibe too.
Get the exact location here.
Just telling me
Yeah, they're just to the south of the storm near Comfort, actually. Hey, Austin, for the $10 super chat. San Angelo, I don't think you're going to see much more. Just isolated strong storms at this point.
the guy on the right there.
Ouch.
I really don't see it. Somewhere though.
Be undercover.
Yeah, no.
Again!
Yeah, I honestly think Austin's going to get hit pretty hard by this area of storms. It's basically going right in your direction. San Antonio, not so much, but we got storms firing off to your northwest that'll probably become more of a concern here soon.
Shelf life. Yeah, it does. Oh, that was old.
Alright, they're now pushing off to the east.
So we left San Angelo.
Brody's been going through some street flooding, so again, a little bit of flooding there in Fredericksburg. Latest radar scan still showing a little broad area of circulation just to the southwest of Johnson City. Looks like a really large wind and hail threat right now that is heading in the direction of Austin. So again, be ready for 60 to 75-mile-per-hour winds, maybe a little bit higher, in addition to very large hail potential and maybe a tornado. It's another live shot here from Tornado Pagey back over just to the east of Comfort, Texas. Large shelf cloud reaching out there.
No.
Connor's in the rain. He is back in the rain. Connor's been in the rain almost all day. He's back in the rain. Hey, Philip for the $10 super chat. And mostly strong storms over there in Alabama. Low wind and tornado risk right now.
Give it up.
Should see some gusty winds at least.
Ah! How is really doing that? It's actually. You're cool, buddy.
Hey, Felicia, excuse me, for the $10 super chat. Fort Worth is an isolated hail threat. Isolated hail is the main concern. Hey, Mick for the $10 super chat. Kerrville's probably not going to see a whole lot. Your main concern will be these storms back off to the west. Hail again being the biggest concern. We'll have a new SPC outlook in about 35 minutes, so we'll see what they put for all the outlook for tonight. But I think, generally speaking, this is still the most concerning cluster of storms, is what's moving to Austin here in the next hour. This will be on the west side of Austin, probably in about 45 minutes to an hour. Probably about 45 minutes to an hour from now. We're going to have this right in the midst of Austin. Let's go back to our tornado warning east of Amarillo. The latest radar scan still showing broad circulation near I-40, just off to the east of Groom. This did produce a brief tornado, at least a funnel cloud. I don't think it's producing anymore, but it's got to cross over I-40 and move into the east side of Groom, Texas over the next few minutes. So again, if you're in this warning, stay away from windows. We got a new mesoscale discussion from the Storm Prediction Center. This is going to be across New Braunfels, San Antonio, Killeen, Georgetown, Austin, College Station, LaGrange, and Columbus, Texas. Severe wind, large hail, and a tornado or two should spread eastward and east-southeastward, excuse me, into the late evening. An additional tornado watch or a severe thunderstorm watch is likely. So, right now, the most probable peak intensity for wind is up to 90 miles per hour. Hail up to the size of tennis balls is also likely, and then tornadoes could still occur. Again, maybe an isolated, strong tornado threat, but it should be mostly weaker tornadoes at this point. But if we get any crazy area of convergence, it definitely could change, and we could definitely get something slightly stronger. Thank you, Wild, for becoming a member. And also Wiring for the super chat.
Where's the band?
Our biggest hail core is right now just to the east of Kerrville. We got a hail core here, and we also got another one back up here to the north. I think that's near Horseshoe Bay. So we got a couple of main hail cores. We got a little bit of hail also in other spots, but most significant hail core a little bit further off to the east. I think Connor might be driving through hail right now. He's starting to drive through some hail now.
Can't even get down here fast enough.
A little bit of hail where Connor is. That's the little supercell that fired out in front of the line near Johnson City.
This road. Where the heck does Rock Road go to? Is my next question.
Rock Road leads to a rock?
Okay, I can take Rock Road to
The hailstones are hitting his car right now.
Copy that. Gonna be a
Suki for the super chat. Thanks, Riley. No problem. I'm filling in for Riley today.
On this road with the MCS coming in, and probably some flooding.
He's Kurt still on my lap. He's just chilling.
Probably gonna get some flooding too.
It's confirmed that Connor loves rain. He's also getting some hail. Might be some golf balls falling. I can't really tell. They're bouncing off the road. So once again on the southwest side of Johnson City, Texas. This is Connor Croffey. He's also on YouTube. Link to his channel is in the description. Got a little hook on this storm too, just a little one. But I think the line of storm is going to catch up before this thing undergoes tornado genesis.
Right to my south.
Is cheese curd a she or a he? It is a she. She's currently sleeping on my lap.
Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, I'm trying to drop south onto this supercell here. Loose livestock.
Yeah, Connor's trying to. So what he's basically trying to do right now on radar, you can see his little icon here. This right here is like a road that goes down to our discrete cell, and again, it has a little bit of rotation. I just don't think it's gonna have enough time to produce a tornado, but it could briefly produce one here near Blanco. It's right out in front of our cluster of storms, so this would have the best chance of producing a tornado. Be this little discrete cell that's fired up off to the east. Also, tornado warning was just updated in Armstrong, Carson, Gray, and as well as Donley counties in Texas, down to $half size tail. And generally speaking, I'm not seeing really much rotation here on radar. It's very, very weak and broad. So I think the tornado threat on this storm here in the Texas Panhandle is low. They have issued a severe thunderstorm warning to encompass most of this area near I-40 and Howard-Wick for $half size tail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Looks like Freddy still driving through rain. Freddy likes rain too, it looks like. He's just east of Fredericksburg on 290. Connor is the closest to getting out to this discrete cell, and the wind is high here. So he's coming up on some high winds.
We're going to the boondocks.
Hail is still falling. Kind of looks sus out here, I'm not gonna lie.
What's up? Whoa, okay.
Wind is picking up. It's the RFD. Still got some hail falling. It's only about a half a mile from being outside of the storm. And they just upgraded this to a destructive storm. It's now up to baseball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. So it is now an extremely dangerous situation west of Austin. This warning again was just upgraded. That is baseball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. That is tracking in the direction of Johnson City, Dripping Springs, and eventually going towards Austin. So get ready for some big hail and wind if you're near Austin, New Braunfels, San Marcos, and near San Antonio as well. We're still watching this storm rotating a little bit here just south of Johnson City, which right now it looks like Connor's trying to get out in front of this. Still got some hail falling on him.
Yeah, not a big fan of this anymore.
Kind of in a weird spot. He's on a weird road, too. Wind is definitely picking up here.
I'm gonna wait another scan. I don't really know what's happening right now, but it looks like it's trying to produce down there. Maybe.
Huge shout out to Greg for becoming a VIP Velocity member. Seriously, appreciate that. Thank you, Greg. Hey, Eric for the super chat. 2024 was the year of the tornado outbreaks. 2025 year is ginormous hail producers. I feel like we've had some tornado outbreaks. I feel like every tornado outbreak that we've had has been just more significant tornadoes rather than quantity of tornadoes.
Yeah, I don't even know you here.
Yeah, Connor's in a tricky spot here.
Oh no, not my back window. I'm gonna have to face the wind here in a second.
Back window just got blown out. There was a report of baseball-sized hail just off to his northwest about a few minutes ago.
All right, let's continue.
Thank Golder for the $10 super chat.
Is this turning to gravel, bro? This road turning to freaking gravel?
Yeah, we mentioned it yesterday. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck in mud. Hopefully there's no jinx today.
Okay, yeah, and Rocky Road is turning to gravel, I think. Maybe there's pavement under here, maybe there's not. I don't really know. Just gonna squeeze around you here, good sir. This is just getting really exciting.
Once again, this is near Johnson City, Texas, west of Austin.
Back to pavement, please. And this might be partially paved. Not really sure.
A circle for becoming a member.
Ow, ow. Alright, do not fall on me, please, Tree. Do not fall on me, please. Alright.
What can we expect for San Marcos? Anywhere over in Austin, you know, San Antonio, this is basically what you can expect. You could have hail to the size of baseballs, you could have 70 mile per hour, 80 mile per hour winds, maybe even 90 miles per hour. Perhaps a tornado or two. I'm driving by a bunch of trees right now. On a kind of a sketchy road.
Frick. Oh yeah, whiteout, baby. Whiteout.
Not a start.
I need to see. Dude, I can't see. Whiteout,
Sarcasm.
off the road.
Sarcasm.
Don't need to see here. Oh, here we go. Whiteout. Back to whiteout.
Safe to drive? I don't think so. There's nothing safe about what's going on here.
Alright, yeah, there we go. Thought we might get a tornado, but now I'm stuck on Rocky Road in the middle of nowhere with basically a freaking derecho coming through here.
Derecho?
Again, please don't fall on me, Tree.
This is not a derecho.
Alright.
Thank you, Rebecca, for the super chat. Appreciate that.
This road is flooding now, I think. At least on the left side. Hang in there, chat.
Still got hail falling.
We're going into another ranch. Might not be too late to turn back. This is the projected route that we're going to have to take here, guys. Yeah, I can't really see, but this is the projected route we're gonna have to take here, guys.
There is a little.
Road goes like this.
I
A
say,
new tornado warning has
there's
been
actually
issued.
a little couplet here. So they have issued a tornado warning near Blanco, which is barely to the southeast of where Connor is. So if you're in this warning, seek shelter. Blanco going towards Dripping Springs and Wood Creek in Texas. Little couplet here, moving to the east, right along 2325 roadway near Blanco. The last few scans, little area of convergence. That could be a tornado on the ground we're trying to drop right now. We don't have a debris signature yet, but possible tornado once again, moving into Blanco, Texas over the next few minutes. If you are in this warning, seek shelter, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible. It's tracking right now to the east. Little discreet supercell here. Connor is
Thanks for the raid, man.
currently on the side of this.
Oh, I'm going off the road. Oh, they tornado warned it.
Thank you, Yankee, for becoming a member.
They warned it. I can see a spin up somewhere in front of me. I just can't really get to it. Really appreciate the raid, Edgar. I'll return the favor one of these days, alright? I will return the favor one of these days.
If there's any debris, if there's a tornado, Connor is not going to see it. We can't even see the trees in front of him. Like, it would literally, it'd be fully rain wrapped from his vantage point. We don't have a CC drop on radar. I'm waiting for Velocity's update, but if there's a tornado, it's going to be moving in the town of Blanco, Texas in the next couple of minutes.
8.7 miles. So we're back to civilization.
Latest scan doesn't look tight. I wouldn't say there's a tornado yet, but it's not far from it. The visibility might be negative. We might be less than 0 miles. We could be -1 miles. I don't know if that's possible.
On the road? I don't know. I can't see the road.
I mean, Connor's about to be in the tornado warning.
This is like some Buffalo Lake effect visibility here. Some Buffalo Lake effect level visibility.
Basically like a blizzard. That's what we've gotten to. It's basically a blizzard. Thank you, Astro, for becoming a member. And this is what it looks like on radar right now. We got a little hook here on the leading edge of our line. Discrete supercell was merging into our line, so there's a brief chance here of a tornado. Stormrunner's actually coming up on this, believe it or not. I'm going to put Stormrunner bottom left of your screen. They're currently coming up from the north, intercepting this in the next minute or two. Let me see if they have a view of this. They might. Be on the tree line. They're coming in from the north. Oh, wow, look at that! Look at the storm. That structure looks crazy. It's on 281. Hey, Jay, for the $10 super chat. There weren't so many trees, it'd be a little bit clearer to see, but this storm looks gnarly. Wow. Huge shelf cloud. They're only about 1.5 miles, 2 miles northeast of that couplet, so we may see it cross the road here in the next minute. It'll be right in front of them, so that was the shelf cloud.
Dude, this might do it when it gets a nudger. It might nudge. I think it, like, why wouldn't it do it, right? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
It's tightening up again.
Hey, lady, from coming to Maximum Velocity member.
I'd like to see a bigger hook on it. It's okay.
It's trying really hard to do something. We are in a tornado warning cell now,
This is live.
guys.
This is
we are
live.
in a tornado warning cell.
Right? It's headed right to Blanco. If you're in Blanco, you gotta get in cover. It's headed right to you. It's moving pretty slow, Garrett, too. Look at these, like, mountain thingies, like plateaus. It's crazy. Look at this thing. It's like rocks. Or not. We don't have a good...
Yep, we're right here on it.
Yeah, we can't see much. It's pretty...
We cannot see jack.
Latest scan has a small tightening. There could be a tiny tornado behind that hill. I don't really know.
Is that anything?
It's not for certain. We don't have a CC drop.
I swear.
Say, once we get around this
Ben
hill,
thinks there might be
It's like
something.
a little cone back in there.
There could be a tornado. I mean, there's a tight little couplet there west of Blanco. Maybe reminiscent of a tornado.
I swear, we just can't get a vantage point of it. Dude, it looked like a cone for a second.
No, it did.
You see what I'm talking about back there?
Yeah, I saw it.
Just once again near Blanco, Texas. On the right side of your screen. It's going towards Dripping Springs, Peyton, Mount Sharp, Valley Ford.
Fire trucks. Oh, yeah.
What is that right
back
there?
up in there. What is that?
What is that? Right there on the right.
Yeah.
What he just pointed at looks like a tornado.
That's probably it. That's it.
That looks so suspicious back there.
That could be a tornado on the ground. There's definitely a funnel back there. See it?
Yeah.
100% a funnel. That's exactly what I was seeing just a minute ago.
I think that's a funnel.
To where it could be just to where
Don't clearly see it touching down. This will be moving into Blanco over the next couple minutes.
That's where it would be, right?
Yeah.
On the horseshoe.
The latest velocity scan has broadened this out, so that might have been a tornado there.
It's wrapping.
It's wrapping up right there. Oh goodness. Okay, we might actually have something.
Yeah, we might have had a tornado. Here we go. We're coming right into this town where we're not going to be able to see anymore.
Once again in Blanco, Texas. It's gonna be going towards Austin here soon.
There it is. Back in there somewhere. I mean, so many trees here. This is awful to chase through. Oh, I think I see like a little white funnel back in there. See it? Yeah, a white funnel.
out, guys.
Yeah. See it? Funnel cloud.
Above us?
No, right there, over the water tower. Funnel cloud.
Oh, right up here.
No, it's on the right. It's to the right of us. It's right there. It's a white funnel. Right there. Just kind of gone up.
Yeah, it looks like it's spinning right there. That might be the remnants from our initial... I'm guessing there was already a tornado, or it might have been one. It's based off the velocity signature. So there could still be a chance of this
next spot.
producing over
32
Blanco. It's moving over Blanco right now as we speak.
It was right there.
Rotation weekend.
I know, but it was right there. That's where it was. See that?
Still see it right there.
Oh, that? Oh, okay, I see.
That was a funnel for a second. That might still be. I'm not sure anymore, but it was right there.
When this is in Blanco, Texas. Connor's still in the storm. He has no connection right now, though.
Okay, rotation weakened, so...
It did weaken, yeah.
Now we gotta get southeast again.
What?
Dude, I think we got a torque. Or at least close to one. I'm telling you, man.
Man, that's in downtown right now. This is our tornado warning right now for Blanco, Texas, going towards the Wood Creek area. If we still have a tornado be wrapping around Blanco right now, I think it's more of a wind concern now, but there's still a little bit of an inflow here right along our leading edge of the line here, pushing off to the east. We have a basically large line of storms now moving towards Austin, Round Rock, Lakeway, Lockhart, New Braunfels, also going in the direction of San Antonio, with the biggest concern right now being damaging winds and very large hail. There's still a chance for a couple of tornadoes. Likely, we just saw one a moment ago over here near 281. We probably had a tornado. So currently, the main area of rotation, though, is over Blanco. Connor, I think, is just barely coming back now. We're keeping an eye on him. He's still inside the storm. It's back over to Storm Runner Media.
We gotta go 2 miles south.
In the town of Blanco.
Yep. Alright, guys, we gotta go 2 miles south to get in front of this thing again.
We're about to be driving into the storm here over the next minute or two.
Here for a second. It's not moving quick.
Right, no, you're good, no. We gotta get southeast.
Thank you back for the $5 super chat.
Oh, I think.
Again, they're currently in the midst of the storm. The wind should pick up here over the next few minutes as the storm rolls in. We are still expecting the threat of up to 70-mile-per-hour winds and also baseball-sized hail. We had a baseball-sized hail report not too long ago.
We had a possible. It was halfway there. On a white funnel cloud halfway there.
This one's getting near Blanco, Texas. This is over Blanco, literally. This is in the town of Blanco. Moving towards Dripping Springs. This will be the storm that's going to track towards San Marcos, more than likely. The hailstone size was just downgraded to the northern storm, I believe. I think our northern storm was just downgraded. It's back to golf ball sized hail, but it does have a tornado possible label. We have a little bit of rotation coming up on Horseshoe Bay and then eventually moving into Marble Falls, just west of just west of Round Rock, Georgetown, and northwest of Austin. So again, significant wind threat hail is likely over here near Round Rock over the next few minutes. And then this is what it looks like in Blanco right now. So we got a little RFD surge over Blanco and then an inflow coming into the storm. I do think it's a little bit more outflow dominant. It's probably outflow dominant now, but it still has a low chance of producing a tornado over the next few minutes if it is still along the boundary. It's our only active tornado warning, by the way. This is what it looks like right now. You can see the rain curtains right to left there. So the wind is picking up a lot.
Gotta be a single Garrett there.
Because I've been trying to charge my phone. I only have one USB-C, so I've been balancing between trying to charge my phone and the radio, but every time I turn the radio on, it just dies.
They're saying your phone is more important than us.
See the rain currents going right to left. That's our RFD surge, the rear flank downdraft, the high winds coming into the storm.
That stunk. But that is not true.
Our road is in a quarter mile here.
I have to, if the Starlink doesn't work, I have to put service to this. And
Garrett's a lion. He's a lion.
The only way I can do that is if I turn my hotspot on.
What is Ben saying in the back?
Did Ben say there's a lion? The lion. Hey, Marina for the super chat.
No, he was screaming, say it again.
Garrett's the lion.
Temple, Texas will probably be mainly an isolated wind threat. Hey, Mochi for the super chat.
One and done, and now it's gonna see
Clean's the same way. Mainly gonna be a wind threat up there.
Got the one and done here.
This is the latest radar scan. Again, we got a large line of storms essentially forming right now with the potential for embedded tornadoes and damaging winds. We have 70-mile-per-hour winds right now heading in the direction of Killeen, Texas. Also, Salado, Belton, and Temple are in the path of that. So again, line of storms continuing to push east. We have a tornado warning once again west of Austin. This is near Blanco, west of Dripping Springs. I'm not seeing a whole lot of rotation anymore. Again, I think the tornado risk is pretty low on this storm at this point, but the tornado risk is going to continue to stay there, especially if we have any storms that are right along our outflow boundary. I think the wind concern is a little bit more of the threat right now. I think Connor can actually see, by the way. Connor can see. He has visibility. Hey, Heather for $5 super chat. Came to this channel at the Facebook recommendation of San Antonio legend and meteorologist Steve Brown. That's awesome. Appreciate him sharing the stream. Good shout out to Steve. I appreciate that.
2.6 miles, guys. It's actually like a real road now.
2.6 miles until he's probably still in rain. What road is Connor even on? I don't know. He's on 7th Street, apparently. It's a really random road that connects, I don't know, 290 to 281 here. It's, I don't know. I guess don't take it if there's a severe storm. It's had some troubles. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Kerr, Como, Kendall, and Blanco counties in Texas. That is for ping pong ball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It'll pop up here in a second. Hey, Grayson for the $5 super chat. College Station should be mainly a wind threat. Keep in mind that this line of storms will be going for quite some time. This is like not even close to the end of it. It'll be going for a long time, all the way to College Station, Houston tonight. I mean, this is going to be producing pretty much scattered to numerous damaging winds for the next several hours, and on top of that, there's a chance for a tornado or two. So, and also very large hail. So you gotta, basically, all hazards on the table, and flooding is also a possibility. So all hazards are on the table. This is your new severe thunderstorm warning, so that is off to the north of San Antonio. We got another storm firing up northwest of San Antonio, and as that starts to organize, we'll probably get another warning a little bit further down here to the south, near Lotz and Bourne, at some point here soon. So something to keep an eye on there. Back to Connor. Keeping an eye on Storm Intermediate too, they're still positioning. This is still radar indicated rotation. We have a photo, maybe? This was the possible tornado moments ago. This is from Ben Williams near... That honestly looks like a pretty large funnel cloud. I'm pretty sure we had a tornado, if not at least a funnel cloud here near Blanco, Texas. That was, again, a few minutes ago from Ben Williams, who's also a Storm Runner Media. Thank you, Kitty, for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Thaddeus, for becoming a member, and also Ben for becoming a member. Yeah, that looks like a funnel cloud. We had something like that, I think. Was that today or yesterday? There was something like this, I think, either earlier today or yesterday that looked exactly like this and it produced, so. It's likely at minimum, it's a funnel cloud, but possibly a tornado. New mesoscale discussion for Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle. This is back up near Amarillo, Shamrock, Elk City, Hobart, Altus for up to tennis ball sized hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds, and maybe a brief/weak tornado. Those are the biggest concerns. Connor's still punching through this, and again, we'll have, I think, Storm Media with a view here in a few minutes, too. Hey, Wayne, for the $10 super chat. Appreciate that. How is Dripping Springs? Probably going to see mostly wind. There isn't really a whole lot of rotation left in this tornado warning. I think it's mostly just wind now. Yeah, velocities are also like 2 minutes behind compared to reflectivity. I think this is mostly wind. We have a hook and we still have an inflow, but this is likely all outflow dominant. Our outflow boundary is probably right about here. And assuming our outflow boundary is out in front of the storm, it's probably going to be mostly wind from here. So, it's the current concern. Will DFW get a tornado? North Texas, not looking at much of a severe threat. If anything, it's going to be isolated hail. Got a few storms popping off to the west of Denton, but hail is really the biggest concern. We'll have a new SPC outlook in a few minutes that should go over the rest of tonight. Hasn't come out yet, but it should be out here in a few minutes. Thank you, Amber, for the super chat. Hail and comfort in Kendall County. Thank you for the report. Tornado Pagey was actually down here earlier. And yeah, we have a pretty big hail core right now, right over I-10. Pretty good amount of lightning, too. So definitely some hail. Right now, warned for ping pong ball size on the southeast side of Comfort. That is going to be going in the direction of 473. Looks like Storm Runner Media has a view of this storm now. That's what it looks like here from the outside.
You guys got some power lines in your way.
On the tornado warning here in Texas, just off to the west of Austin. For the record, we've been live for about 4 hours, and we've not had a single moment today that has not had a tornado warning. And the storm for Burnett and Williamson counties in Texas was just upgraded. That is just southwest of Killeen to 80-mile-per-hour winds.
It's trying to rotate back up in there again.
So 80-mile-per-hour winds are going towards Killeen, Texas right now.
I'm not sure where you guys are. Oh wait, I just saw you, Jay. Okay, yeah, you went on 290. So yeah, it'll come right toward you.
So an extremely dangerous situation again for Burnett and Williamson counties in Texas.
It'll come right towards us.
We just got a new SBC outlook. We'll go to that in a second.
Okay, well, hold on. Ben was talking to me. Sorry. But anyway, never mind. It's down on 165. You guys are on 290. Never mind.
I was gonna say it should be south of us, but if it was gonna come right towards us, I'm gonna go, well. We definitely just had some kind of little like mesovortice there that we drove through. It's kind of unique.
By the way, this is from Landon Moeller on Twitter, from back over in Menard, Texas. from earlier. That is this is a 5.87 inch size hailstone. 5.87 inches. That is huge. That is nearly the size of a coconut. This is like coconut-sized hail. Now, coconuts are like 6 to 8 inches of hail, but like that is massive. We showed this on stream earlier, but they actually have a measurement now. It's crazy. That would hurt. It would probably do more than hurt, to be honest. But yeah, that is truly something.
It's gone now. I mean, it wasn't strong at all, but maybe that's what you guys went through.
Back over to Storm Intermedia.
Yeah. It might, you know what? It might actually do it again right here. So we might actually.
Hey, Kyle, for the super chat.
Right in there. See that?
I would, yeah, Kyle. I would, if you have a trailer or something, I would at least get off the road. Winds are right around 60 to 75 miles per hour. Thank you, Brian, for becoming a member. Thank you, Jan, for the super chat. Hey,
Not
James,
sure
for the
if
super
you guys saw
chat.
that tornado that was there, but it was there. I'm sure you guys did, but
It's possible, James. Possible. This is again our tornadic supercell here near Blanco. I do not think this is producing much of a threat of a tornado anymore, but it has definitely a pretty cool structure. Looks pretty outflowy to
I'm
me.
just gonna get out and stretch for just a second.
Brandon, if you can still hear me, what if we go all the way to Dripping Springs and then drop south out in front of it? How does that sound?
Yeah, this green is right on top of us.
Oh, dude, they're in like the core. That's where Jaden is. That red dot.
Whereas Storm Intermedia, they are approximately 6 miles maybe? 6 miles southeast of Blanco. They're on Highway 32. Bottom right of your screen, you can see their little marker here. They're looking towards the storm.
Yeah.
Hey, Kathy, for the sewer chat, sending support from San Antonio. Hope it barely bypasses us. Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope these major cities get missed, but...
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have a tornado warning in Oklahoma. That is southwest of Woodward, near Arnett. That would be why. We actually have strong rotation here. We're in a bit of a radar hole, but pretty strong rotation right now near Arnett, Oklahoma. That's going right along Highway 60 towards VC. So seek shelter if you're in this warning. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. This storm is moving east. Going eventually towards Sharon and VC and Mutual. Very strong rotation in the mid-levels. I mean, this definitely could... Changes with these lines. We can see rotation right up and fall apart in so many different areas. So, they whiskey for 20 research today. Yeah, you said I graduated my bachelor's in meteorology. I am a meteorologist. Thank you, MSFS, for the $20 super chat. Texas looking should be mainly a isolated hail. Is in rain. Got a new SBC outlook, by the way. Ballpark estimate, 80% of this chase. Here's our SBC outlook for the rest of the night. It's honestly not that big of an adjustment. Not much has actually changed. Slight risk goes back into central Louisiana. Got another one in Oklahoma, New Mexico, Texas, Panhandle, and then marginal threat still goes into South Carolina. The tornado risk has not changed much. It is still a 5% tornado risk. I believe that is near San Antonio. 2% tornado risk goes into central Louisiana, and then eastern New Mexico near Roswell. There's still a 2% tornado risk. They have removed the significant wind threat for some reason.
A new tornado warning
But they
has been
have
issued.
maintained the hatched hail threat back over here just outside of San Antonio. Just a little bit more up close and personal look at our tornado threat. I want to pull that up. New tornado warning for Donley County in Texas. That's up here or something. Donley County is. Yeah, see, it's up there. Might be for the Howard Wick area. This storm's producing 3-inch sized hail in the Texas Panhandle right now. Near Clarendon. 3-inch sized hail. Or Donley County, Texas. Sorry, not Donley. Donley County. That is this storm. So Howard Wick, Clarendon, you're included in this tornado warning. Seek shelter. This is also producing apple-sized hail, which is 3 inches in diameter in the Texas Panhandle. Rotation is still not very tight, but this has already produced a few funnel clouds and even a brief tornado earlier. Might try to do the same here as it comes up on Highway 287. Clarendon, the main town on the track of that right now, northwest of Bentley, south and east there of Amarillo. We also got a line of storms pushing towards Amarillo right now, mainly with damaging winds. Maybe a low chance there of a spin-up tornado. I have a camera over there. I'm going to keep an eye on that. There's that tornado risk for the rest of tonight. So the 5% tornado risk right now is in place for San Antonio and Austin. And then our 2% tornado risk encompasses a pretty large area just south of Waco, back through Lufkin, Texas, Houston, Peoria, north of Galveston, and Del Rio. You guys are all in the 2% tornado risk for tonight. That's Hayden with the $20 super chat. And Andrew for the $5 super chat. How's it going, Becca, as well? I guess I'm shouting at everybody today. Thank you, Douglas, for the $10 super chat. Watching from Naples, Italy. Yeah, Douglas, I can tell you. I don't really want to go into that conversation right now. Thank you, Dex, for the $5 super chat. Gainesville's mainly a wind and hail threat. Also, thank Vanessa for the $10 super chat. Love your channel, Dex. As per based out of Texas, I often watch your channel in-depth info. I haven't seen a 70,000 day film in a while. Yeah, this line of storms, I mean, this was up near 65,000 feet at one point. I mean, it was a pretty tall thunderstorm. I think it's a little bit contaminated now in the echo top, so I don't think it's 63,000 feet, but we still have cloud tops that are shooting up to around 59, 60,000 feet here. So these are still very tall thunderstorms. I mean, the hail potential is definitely still there. But with this being more of a line of storms, it's now sharing energy amongst all sorts of different routes. So the tornado threat is still there. The hail threat, though, is definitely a bit lower. At least when it comes to like being baseball-sized hail. There's Ryan Shull, very pretty view of the storm here. Rock Springs, Texas. Southwest of Woodward. Chasers up here. Let me look. Nonetheless, definitely a storm that's rotating. Anytime here near Arnett, Oklahoma. And then we're still watching a tornado warning cell here near Power Lake. The latest scans on the Canada inflow. Not seeing a lot of rotation anymore, but if there's a tornado, we go towards Clarendon, Texas here over the next few minutes. It's not just raining, it's hailing. Hey, Christine, for the generous $20 Venmo donation, and also Jason for PayPal donation. Appreciate that, guys. Once again, if you're anywhere from San Antonio back to Cleveland, the biggest concerns, the energy winds up to 80 miles per hour. Could have hail as large as the size of baseball, but one of the hail's been smaller here as of lately, and then also the threat of an isolated tornado. That's for everybody. We have no warnings currently, aside from Round Rock and Georgetown here on the I-35 corridor. That's for 60-mile-per-hour winds right now. We still have an 80-mile-per-hour severe warning here just southwest of Killeen, and it also has a tornado possible label. A little bit of rotation there coming up towards 195 just north of Florence on the south side. So we're looking at right now across the board. What type of financial donation helps you the most? The best way to donate is Venmo. Being a member of the Venmo also is a huge help. Any chance of a tornado? It's still a low chance, not zero. There has been a lot of lightning with these storms today. Like an insane amount. We had a bunch back over near Fredericksburg. It's not as frequent as before, but there's definitely still plenty of lightning. Especially this week, a lot of thunderstorms. Right now, according to lightningmaps.org, we are currently looking at about 110 lightning strikes a minute across this entire line of thunderstorms. So the entire line is producing a lot of lightning. Not as much as before, though. Again, our discrete supercell is producing like 40 or 50 lightning strikes a minute. And that was a single storm. Now we got an entire line that spreads across like 100 miles now. About 120 miles from south to north. It's starting to ramp up a little bit just northwest of San Antonio. We've got a few storms firing up now near Bourne. Highest winds currently located near Blanco and also on our storm back up near 281. He's back over near Rock Springs, Texas. Really pretty storm here. We got a large shelf cloud on top of that. The sun is setting. as well. Storm We had a big surge of around 70 to 80 mile per hour winds moving in. They have upgraded the warning for all of Killeen to 70 mile per hour winds. So again, high winds right now moving into Killeen. We'll be back down to one tornado warning here in a second. That will be the one in Oklahoma. Also, the severe storm for Ellis and Roger Mills County in Oklahoma is now up to baseball-sized hail, and this is why. We got a huge body scatter spike, which is an indicator of very large hail right now falling north of Highway 47. So this is now a destructive storm for Ellis and Roger Mills County. Baseball-sized hail. Extremely dangerous situation out here in western Oklahoma. The Vex for the super chat. I'm not wearing red socks, but I am wearing a t-shirt with red socks. Hey, Truly for the super chat. Where's Freddy? Freddy is currently behind all the storms. He's right here. So we just have him up since he's still alive. This storm moving through Vega, by the way. Gotta see the storm twirling a little bit. It's pretty interesting. Hey, Queen for the $10 super chat. Stay safe there in Fort Hood. Go back over to Connor here for a second. Give me 1 second. Hey, Rob, for becoming a 1 month member. Hey, you, Drizzle, or Dizzle for the super chat. Austin is mostly going to be wind. By the way, this is an update from Connor. He's driving in the rain. Thank you, Primo, for the $20 super chat. I can tell you from here in Florence, Texas, the rain is definitely blowing sideways. I'm not surprised, to be honest. I'm really not surprised.
Honestly, it's better with just a...
It's definitely high wind. I mean, this entire line, again, almost the entire line is producing damaging winds. And the highest winds for the Round Rock area are going to be hitting in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Georgetown as well. Austin, we are about 5 to 10 minutes from upwards of 70-mile-per-hour winds hitting. And then Killeen is about to get hammered by winds. I mean, the latest velocity scan is showing upwards of 90 to 100-mile-per-hour velocities. Keep in mind, this is a little bit off the ground, but I mean, these are very high winds right now approaching Ding Dong, Texas, near Mountain View Estates and Youngsport. Eventually tracking towards Salado, Little River Academy, Temple, and Belton. Thank you, Wise, for the $10 super chat. Not me to click that. 100-mile-per-hour winds in Temple? I wouldn't say we're going to have 100-mile-per-hour winds in Temple. I'm just saying right now, like, the velocities are definitely indicating upwards of 70 to 80-mile-per-hour winds along this line. Even near Florence, it's upwards of 80. I had somebody in the chat just say about, you know, the wind blowing sideways and stuff. The winds are definitely high. I don't think they're up to 100 right now, but that's, again, a little bit off the ground. Our radar does look a little over 1,000 feet up into the atmosphere, so this is not at the surface, but it is just barely off the ground. Hey, Christian, for becoming a member. Just wanted to send the chat. Does Connor have a P.O. box? I want to send him some flippers and a snorkel. I mean, for the record, he does. I think it's in his description on his streams or something. Thank you, Nick, for becoming a member. Got a little bit of rotation developing here southwest of Austin. Got a little inflow coming into the storm right here. Little area of rotation. It's pretty weak. It's near Dripping Springs. And believe it or not, Connor's not far from it. So maybe you find something here soon. That storm intermediate also near San Marcos. We have rotation ramping up near Killeen, too. There's legit rotation there now. On the south side of Killeen. May get a tornado warning on that near Ding Dong. Little bit of circulation trying to develop near Florence. It looks like we do have a chance of a tornado trying to spin up in this line. Also, we no longer have any tornado warnings. So, that's the first in a while. But that might change here in a second. Got a few areas of rotation starting to spin up here across this line. It's quickly moving towards the I-35 corridor. Got a report in chat that the wind is insane in Georgetown right now. Connor's at a stoplight, but it's still raining. Where's Connor? He is currently about, I don't know, 15 miles west of Austin or so. That's just approximate, but he's not far from that little area of rotation that's developing. Just outside of Austin. We'll have another radar scan in a second. It's pretty weak. I mean, this wouldn't produce anything that strong, but we could get like a little weak tornado near Bear Creek. The stuff further north is more concerning, in my opinion, because if we get a tornado, it could be a bit stronger. This is the latest scan. I mean, there's definitely rotation here. This is like pretty classic looking QLCS tornado spin up here southwest of Austin. Did Riley's shirts sell out? They're still available at shopmaxvelocity.net. They have not sold out. It is night and day difference between Freddie McKinney and Connor. Like, Connor is in pitch black conditions. You might think it is nighttime. Well, I mean, it basically is now, but Freddie is still driving. He's driving, I think, towards Fredericksburg right now to the west. Look at the difference. Bottom, middle, bottom, right. It is so different. That is all because of how tall the clouds are. They're like 60,000 feet, so there's literally no sunlight coming through right now. It is pitch black over there west of Austin. Actually crazy. All right, we're waiting for another velocity scan up here to the north. Again, we have some rotation west of Temple, Texas, south of Killeen. Definitely high winds right now, possibly as high as 80 miles per hour, just north and around Florence. The entire severe warning now for Round Rock, Leander, and Georgetown has been upgraded to 80 mile per hour winds. So we have destructive 80 mile per hour winds moving towards Gerald, Georgetown, and also Round Rock. So stay away from windows again if you're anywhere in this area. Dangerous line of storms right now moving through the I-35 corridor here over the next 5 to 10 minutes. Apparently Connor has needed to pee for the last 4 hours. Bro is shocked. I mean, he can't get out of the rain. Bro cannot get out of the rain. He is cooked. Waiting for another radar scan on this radar site northeast of Round Rock. Shout out to Allison with the $20 super chat. A little something for Cheese Curd Fund. Thank you for all you do. I appreciate that. And thank you for the super chat, Allison. And thank you also, Joseph, for becoming a member. I think Connor loves the rain. I mean, you can't not love the rain with where he's at. He has to love the rain. He's been in the rain for probably 4 hours. I think it's been about 4 hours now. Oh, he's got to a gas station. I think he can finally go. He's arrived. He finally got to where he needed to be. Bro's running in. There you go. A little update for you. How convenient. Watch them be closed? That'd be so unfortunate. Latest radar scan, rotation's now broader south of Killeen. We got a little bit of convection forming out in front of our little inflow. So the storm's a little bit less organized over Ding Dong, Texas. But if you're in Temple, be ready for, again, upwards of 70 to 80 mile per hour winds and potentially a tornado. The highest winds also are now crossing I-35 near Gerald, Texas.
All right, I'm back here. Yeah.
What makes a post-university
Got a lot of significant storms tonight. Honestly, today's severe weather has been a bit more significant than I expected. On top of that, we still have a baseball-sized hailstorm in West Oklahoma, north of Strong City. Still got a 3-body scatter spike here, northwest of Strong City, near 283, moving towards 47. Also, if you're over in Amarillo, be ready for a line of storms producing damaging winds around 60 miles per hour. Bottom left of your screen, that is a live shot there. In that general area. Thank you, Jenny, for the super chat. Salado? Apparently it's Salado, Texas. All right, we'll have another velocity scan in a second. There may be a tornado trying to develop northeast of Ding Dong. I'm waiting for the velocities to update. Got a little inflow notch. Little hook. It's not much, but it could be something to watch for. Also over Gerald, Texas, it kind of looks the same way. Got a little hook down here, too. Highest winds are going to be moving into Austin here over the next few minutes. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. All right, velocity's just updated. Never mind. Yeah, we got a big surge of wind over Gerald, but not really a whole lot of rotation yet. This is something we're going to have to keep an eye on near Bartlett. But very strong surge of wind crossing over I-35 right now, right around 70 to 80 miles per hour near New Cornhill and Gerald. And then further to the north, we got really just not much rotation, but it is, again, something that we need to keep an eye on. Still a chance for an embedded tornado in this line as it continues to move east. If you're in Temple or Belton, be ready for high winds. Protect any sort of loose line items. If you got plants outside, I would cover those or bring them in. If you got trampolines, hatch those down. Flying trampolines are definitely in play today. And if you have a trash can outside, you might want to bring that inside too. We are currently sitting at a high risk for flying trampolines. The trampoline meter is in full force today. High risk of flying trampolines here across central Texas and even parts of North Texas. And then on top of that, our flying trash can meter is currently, it would not actually be at a take a walk to find out. It'd be at a gone forever stage with how high the winds are. The trash cans are going to go flying. Fun fact, by the way, all the photos that we have on this the trampoline meter are actually all from Texas back in 2023. These are all Texas, other than this one. Everything else is Texas. Those are all trampolines. That actually might have been Indiana, but everything else was a trampoline that wound up on something that wasn't supposed to be back in 2023. So 4 of those photos were from Texas. They have upgraded the severe warning. They've been upgrading a bunch of warnings. They just upgraded the severe warning for Round Rock and Pflugerville and Leander and Georgetown. This is up to 80 mile per hour winds, and it also now has a tornado possible label on it. So we are watching for some rotation right now over Gerald that has been wrapping around this little hook here. A little bit of an inflow. And if this can get latched onto the outflow boundary, it may produce a tornado. So that's going in the direction of Cameron and Rockdale right now in Texas. Yeah, this entire line currently moving east. I'll have another radar scan in a moment. Let me check on the Austin storm, too. We still have a little bit of broad rotation southwest of Austin. Could get a brief tornado going towards Manch-Acha and also going towards I-35 near Buda. We're back up to 23 severe thunderstorm warnings. Thank you, Randy, for the $5 super chat. That was about 28 years ago when we had the the F5 tornado in Gerald. It's a little over 28 years ago. Just brought the trash cans in Round Rock. There you go. Good stuff. You don't want those trash cans going down the road, and you don't want to lose them. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning just north of Austin. That's for quarter-sized hail, 60 mile per hour winds. This is for Leon Valley, Helotes, Converse. Very far north side of San Antonio included in that. By the way, look at this. We got bats taking off right here. Bats are taking off, and the storms are coming, so they don't really have much. I don't know where they're going, but bats are taking off on radar right now west of New Braunfels, and yeah, they're kind of getting intercepted by the line of storms here. You actually see them popping up on radar. Got more bats taking off, I believe, right now, maybe over near Campwood, but I'm not sure. I don't see the clear signature of that. Bats are a little bit in trouble right now. We should have another radar scan here in a moment near Round Rock. All right, here's the latest scan. Waiting for the velocities to update, but we have a hook up here near Belton and another one near Gerald. So we may get tornado warnings here in a moment in this general vicinity. Just waiting to see if the velocities are strong or not. It's been broad on the latest scan. Still about 5 minutes behind. Back down to 17 severe warnings. They arrive for the super chat. There will be hurricane coverage if there's anything remotely near the United States. Come on, velocities. You can do it. You can do it. All right, they have updated. Wow, that looks tight. That's also north of... I'm thinking this is likely... that's actually kind of strong rotation. It's just off of our hook here. They might tornado warn this. I don't know. That looks pretty strong to me. The problem is it's just a little bit off of our actual area, our actual hook here. This is a close call. It's definitely rotating though, to some extent. It's near 487. Going towards Bartlett and Holland. They may issue a tornado warning for this. At the minimum, we're talking likely about 80-mile-per-hour winds, maybe even a bit higher than that. Issue kind of the super are a little bit got more by the radar right now, and the storm included in that. By the way, look at this. We got bats taking off right here. Bats are taking off, and the storms are coming, so they don't really have much. I don't know where they're going, but bats are taking off on radar right now west of New Braunfels, and yeah, they're kind of getting intercepted by the line of storms here. You actually see them popping up on radar. Got more bats taking off, I believe, right now, maybe over near Campwood, but I'm not sure. I don't see the clear signature of that. Bats are a little bit in trouble right now. We should have another radar scan here in a moment near Round Rock. All right, here's the latest scan. Waiting for the velocities to update, but we have a hook up here near Belton and another one near Gerald. So we may get tornado warnings here in a moment in this general vicinity. Just waiting to see if the velocities are strong or not. It's been broad on the latest scan. Still about 5 minutes behind. Back down to 17 severe warnings. They arrive for the super chat. There will be hurricane coverage if there's anything remotely near the United States. Come on, velocities. You can do it. You can do it. All right, they have updated. Wow, that looks tight. That's also north of... I'm thinking this is likely... that's actually kind of strong rotation. It's just off of our hook here. They might tornado warn this. I don't know. That looks pretty strong to me. The problem is it's just a little bit off of our actual area, our actual hook here. This is a close call. It's definitely rotating though, to some extent. It's near 487. Going towards Bartlett and Holland. They may issue a tornado warning for this. At the minimum, we're talking likely about 80-mile-per-hour winds, maybe even a bit higher than that. Could have winds as high as 90. Going towards Rogers and Cameron. Hey, Shakira, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities. Thank you, Rye, for the super chat again. This storm up here west of Belton also not really rotating a whole lot anymore. It has a little bit of rotation, but not super organized right now. Could be a tornado threat, though, once it gets closer to Temple. Again, these storms can change very, very quickly. They can intensify very fast with it being a line. Does not take much. with it being storm up here, member size at the minimum 7. Going towards Bartlett and Holland. They may issue a tornado warning for the size 90. Going towards Rogers and Cameron. Hey, Shakira, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities. Thank you, Rye, for the super chat again. This storm up here west of Belton also not really rotating a whole lot anymore. It has a little bit of rotation, but not super organized right now. Could be a tornado threat, though, once it gets closer to Temple. Again, these storms can change very, very quickly. They can intensify very fast with it being a line. Does not take much. Let's go ahead and get a quick update from Connor. Guess what? He's in the rain. Coming into Austin here over the next few minutes. Hey, Stars for the $10 super chat.
I'm over here in the Popeyes. Got some nice lighting here.
I don't know we don't have a CC drop, but we may have a tornado here near 487. A little tightening there, coming up on 47, going right into the town of Bartlett, Texas. We'll be crossing Highway 95 in about 5 minutes, and then going towards Davila, Cummins Crossroad, and eventually going towards Buckholtz and Cameron. And there is still rotation also near Belton. So there's some broad rotation right now near Belton, Texas, going to be moving into Temple, and also approaching the Little River Academy. But again, the storm that is north of Granger near Bartlett is definitely concerning. There could be a tornado at any moment. Very strong rotation on radar here near 384. Thank you, Ginny, for the Venmo donation. Really appreciate that from Jamie. And also thank you, Amy, for the $20 Venmo donation from Dripping Springs, Texas. Unfortunately, these radar scans are only coming in every 5 minutes, so we're not going to have another one for like 3 minutes. But again, there legitimately could be a tornado at any moment here near Bartlett, just southwest of Holland. And we may...
A new tornado warning has been issued.
They have issued a new tornado warning for this area of rotation as well. That's for Holland, Buckholtz, just west of Cameron. So again, this is a different CWA region, basically meaning we're in a different National Weather Service office for this region. So there's 2 different tornado warnings. It's for the same rotation. So seek shelter if you're in this warning. Just south of Rogers near Cameron. If you're back over in Austin, we got 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds rolling in here over the next few minutes. Still a chance for a spin-up tornado. Got a little bit of broad rotation right now southwest of Austin. Gonna be crossing over I-35 here over the next few minutes. Don't think we're going to get a tornado out of that, but it is rotating just a little bit. And then we may end up getting a tornado warning for Temple. I'm not sure yet, but I mean, this thing is rotating a little bit. It's broad rotation. Got a little inflow, not really a clear inflow, but there's definitely a little bit of an inflow. Got a little hook up here near the lake. That is the Still House Hollow Lake. So I'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Next radar scan will hopefully be in here within the next minute or so. If you're in Killeen, you're not in a tornado warning. Just an FYI. Waiting for a new radar scan here. I really wish this was updating every like 2 minutes. It's updating every 5. There's probably been a tornado or is one right now. We just don't have a view on radar right now. But the next scan's in here in the next 30 seconds or so. It's very strong rotation coming up in Bartlett. If we have a tornado, it'll be moving right into the town of Bartlett, Texas right now. Keep an eye on radar scan updates. We don't have one yet. We are sitting at 17 severe thunderstorm warnings. The majority of them are in Texas. We still have a few in Oklahoma as well, mainly to the south of Woodward. Everything else in the Texas Panhandle. We got one right now in New Mexico. Other than that, there are no severe warnings anywhere else. It's all Texas and Oklahoma right now. Alright, let's see. Have we gotten a radar scan? Come on, radar site. You can do it. You can do it. We're now like a half a minute late on a new radar update. This is brutal. Thank you, Mark, for the $5 super chat. Alright, latest radar scan just came in. This is the reflectivity. So if we have a tornado be near Bartlett right now, I do not see a CC drop. We're going to see what the velocities look like. And then the northern storm has gotten to the point where there's no clear inflow notch or even a hook. So that one may not be tornadic, at least in the very short term here. And for velocities to update. Thank you, Nick, for the super chat. And hopefully stay safe there in Georgetown. Why are the scans so slow? I'm guessing they haven't changed it so the radar goes every like 2 minutes. It's not in the correct mode, I don't think. Which is why it's every 5 minutes right now. Velocities haven't updated yet. They should in a second. Alright, radar scan just came in. The strongest rotation's over the north side of Bartlett. It'll pop up in a second. There it is. So yeah, this is still rotating. I mean, there's definitely still very strong winds at the minimum. It is still rotating. It's a little bit broader than before, but there could be a tornado at any moment here near Highway 95. It's crossing towards 2268 Road, then going towards Buckholz in about 5 to 7 minutes. And then Cameron is about 15 minutes or so from this. So it's about maybe about 10 minutes for Buckholz, and then about 15 to 20 minutes back over in Cameron, Texas. So those are general areas in the track of this. Also, this is a live shot right now from just south of San Antonio. Or sorry, not San Antonio, south of Austin. See the wind starting to pick up here.
You guys are probably...
Storm's warned for 70-mile-per-hour winds down here. Rotation also a bit broader near Belton and Temple, but could still cycle.
Yes.
What? Hey, Bob, for the $5 super chat.
See that, Garrett? Yeah, you guys see that little oh! Look at that shelf coming in.
There's a shelf cloud there.
Very good. You see that?
Yeah, like I see the whale's mouth on this side of it.
No, right here.
Right here?
No, right here in front of us.
Both edges.
A whole lot of lightning by
Oh my
SeaWorld.
gosh,
Is there SeaWorld in Texas?
And the lightning, you can see it, but it looks like a lot better organized right here on the stream.
Yeah. So not rain wrapped.
It's like all wrapped up in there, like beautifully orientated.
Very visible.
Please turn your wipers off. Okay, we'll do.
Bro got told to get his wipers off. That's crazy.
Sometimes it's easy to forget.
Hey, he's not in the rain, unlike Connor. Thank you back for the $10 super chat. Appreciate that from Tulsa.
Oh, great.
I'm gonna look at Wednesday. Dude, it's possible the next 2 days aren't even, chase worthy. It's a possibility that it's the last day.
Let's get an update from Connor. Guess what?
I still feel like
He's driving in the rain. And he has his wipers on. I think the wipers might be giving out. They've been on for like 4 hours. Connor's also on YouTube, link in the description if you want to check him out. He's on the west side of Austin right now, and it looks like there is traffic.
It makes me want to die. The endless construction makes me want to die, chat.
you can see it right there in the trees coming in.
Hey, Radio Man for the $10 super chat. In Leander, Texas, lots of rain, wind, and thunder. My neighbor has a very nice trampoline that I'm eyeing. No problem at all. Appreciate you today. And thank you, five golf for the super chat. I don't know where Elgin is, but generally speaking, the greatest threat of severe weather right now is all tracking into this area right here. That's where all the greatest threat of severe weather is. It's going to be a lot of wind, some hail. The hail threat's not as high as before, but a lot of wind, a little bit of hail, and then also the potential for a few tornadoes embedded in this line. And we'll have another radar scan here in a moment near Bartlett. We still have a tornado warning active just south of Holland. At this point, if we have a tornado be over Donahoe, and then approaching Val Verde and Davila. Eventually going towards Cummins Crossing, and then eventually Pettibone and Buckholz are in the path of this. Just off to the west of Cameron. Thank you, Deborah, for becoming a member. And also Rando for the $5 super chat. Shout out to Cody also for the Venmo donation. Thanks for the coverage, no problem. Appreciate that. Also, thank you, Jenny, for the Venmo donation. And also, Leanne for the PayPal donation. I really appreciate it, Leanne. That is way more than enough. Really appreciate the support. My neighbor has a trampoline. I am in Kyle, and it's not tied down. Well, it might be chalked. Today is... What is today? Is today Wednesday? Or is today Thursday? I don't know what day it is. Is it Tuesday? It's Monday. Good to know. Well, today's Mesoscale Madness Monday. Tomorrow is Tossing Trampolines on Tacos Tuesday. So... Alright, latest radar scan. We still have strong rotation right over Donahue or Donahoe, south of Holland. So again, there may be a tornado here. That's where our strongest area of rotation is, and if we have one, it's just off to the east of Bartlett now, coming up on Valle Verde. And up near Belton, and as well as Temple, the rotation's been broader, but definitely still high winds. Moving towards Salado and Temple, Little River Academy's in the path of that. You can actually clearly see the outflow boundary. It's right here. So that's the outflow boundary. Kind of latches back into this little hook here. But if we have a tornado, it'll be right here. We still have a pretty tight area of rotation there. Back over down towards Austin. We have 70-mile-per-hour winds moving in right now to Austin, Texas. I'm trying to get the other radar site, which is right here. Back over in Austin, Texas, 70-mile-per-hour winds loading in right now. Lockhart's also in the path of that. Storm Hunter Media is about to be hit by those winds. What it looks like in Austin right now.
If it doesn't, then I'm sorry, but...
Winds should pick up here in a second. We should get some really high winds in a moment. They battle for the super chat.
Just FYI, it looks like it stops raining back here behind the
Here come the winds. A lot of lightning, shelf clouds right overhead of them too.
There's no more rain once the precip moves to your east.
Wow. Thank you for the
According to the
groundbreaking
impact,
discovery.
Thursday would be a chase too. Like at least the 10th
The rain stops after the rain.
Any word on Clean? Clean is already winding down. The worst of it's off to your south and east now. It's a pretty close call whether you're actually going to see really high winds or almost nothing. Thank you for the super
Dude, this
chat.
is the lamest storm ever. I'm not gonna lie, Garrett. It looks so much stronger on radar. Well, it's still coming in.
Say we're not in it yet.
We're not in it yet.
Huge shout out to Chris with the $50 super chat that was in the chat for Chris.
Rotation's
Really
gone
appreciate
right when we
that.
got to 35,
Also, a report in the chat of power out in Salado, Texas. Connor's begging for the rain to stop. Bro is a rain magnet today.
What happens after the rain stops?
I would probably go actually crazy if I was driving in rain for over 4 hours. He is still driving in the rain.
MLD, bro, why do you go uwu after every sentence?
It's still raining. This is in the west side of Austin. Here comes the wind now in Austin. Wind's starting to pick up a bit more. Hey, Tessa, for becoming a member.
Here's some wind.
There we go, Garrett.
It's rocking the car.
Hey, Heidi, for the super chat. And we're now up to 80-mile-per-hour winds on the Bell, Falls, and Malam counties in Texas warning.
Alright, so now they throw
Another
a slight
destructive
upward
area of
wind.
storms. That's what it looks like right now on radar. This warning just got upgraded. It's up to 80-mile-per-hour winds near Temple, Texas. Outside of Cameron, Rockdale, this is once again an extremely dangerous situation for Temple. Little River Academy, Belton, Rogers, Salado, going towards Rosebud. Again, stay away from windows. Be on the lowest floor possible if you're anywhere in this severe thunderstorm warning. We are back down to one tornado warning, but again, this is the main one. All right, it's going to be east of Bartlett, just south of Holland. We even have a little bit of rotation north of Holland. The latest radar scan will be in here in any moment, so we're just waiting for that. Again, winds are starting to pick up in Austin right now. And right now, not seeing anything higher than maybe 60. It's a live shot again in Austin. Also, we have some street flooding just west of Austin. Not very strong winds in Austin so far. I mean, it might still be coming. They haven't really gotten much rain yet.
Maybe at least photogenic supercells.
I don't know.
We have a big surge of wind here at any moment. Thank you, Tyler, for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you tuning in.
It looks pretty good for Thursday.
Apparently, there are traffic barrels somewhere. I just heard that from a chaser. So, flying trash cans are happening right now near the I-35 corridor.
We are going in for intercept, chat.
This is the latest scan on our tornado warning. I am not seeing anything really rotating anymore. It looks like more of a wind threat again. We had a brief area of tornado genesis a moment ago, but it's become outflow dominant again. So tornado threat a bit lower, but still talking about significant damaging winds coming up on Buckholz and Cameron. Over here just to the east and northeast of Georgetown. And then back over near Little River Academy, Belton, and Temple. Broad area of rotation that's all rain wrapped. I think it'll be mostly wind though if you're up there near Temple or Belton. Not seeing really much of a tornado risk over there. The tornado watch goes for 56 more minutes. We'll probably get a new watch here soon for this area. There was a power flash actually spotted on a camera back over in Temple, Texas. So there are power outages for sure. This is a serious mesoscale discussion. Look at this. I've never seen this before. We got destructive wind gusts probable near Georgetown, College Station, New Braunfels, Columbus, Gonzales, and LaGrange. That is, for the most probable peak intensity, is up to 100 miles per hour. I've never seen it that high before on a mesoscale discussion. So we're talking about destructive wind potential here across Texas. It's a pretty rare mesoscale discussion. Tornadoes are still possible, and on top of that, there's still a threat for hail. And it looks like storm intermedia is now actually starting to see some high winds. It's got a little bit stronger here in Austin. By the way, that is the 1,000th mesoscale discussion for this year. About 1,000 now.
Here we go. Good storm, good car wash. Nice little car wash.
You're getting a car wash, W. Free car wash.
The good old Jolly Washer.
In Austin. Thank you, Kevin, for the $5 super chat. Belton is extremely windy right now. It's almost undoubtedly going to be around 70 to 80 mile per hour winds up there. Honestly, this doesn't even look anything comparable to what we're seeing probably up near Belton and Temple. This is likely 60 mile per hour winds, maybe 65. It's hard to know for sure, though. Shout out to Aylin for the Venmo donation. Really appreciate that. And Joe for the Venmo donation.
And then like right back to
Power's out in Copper's Cove. That's another report from somebody in the chat.
There we go.
Hey, Joseph for the super chat.
There ain't slat with winds.
Oh, 40-mile-an-hour wind gust.
Yeah, this wind isn't super crazy in Austin. It's definitely stronger to the north, where we actually have a Boeing segment. If you look at live radar here, you can see that our line that's going through Austin is kind of not, it's not as organized. Up here near Temple, it is bowing out. I mean, we got a huge bow out here, and that's also helping to promote more of a tornado threat. So the northern segment is definitely more intense, and we literally just had an 80-mile-per-hour wind gust estimated by the fire department and rescue in Holland, Texas. So there is at least some verification from on the ground that we are seeing winds probably around 80 miles